How long you think it was gonna take before we got here? Now you gotta prove yourself all over again. Come on.
Ain't nobody coming, I've been gunning from 100 yards, trying to hit my mark, missing every time. This will be the start of the picture perfect. Watch you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Live from Hawthorne, joined by Charles and the general manager at Hawthorne, John Walsh. John, how you doing today?
Very good, thank you. How are you guys?
Good. Can you hear him, Charles?
I can barely hear him.
You have to press the button maybe on the thing? I'm not sure because I couldn't hear you. Anyway, Charles, how you doing today? We're having a little bit of issues getting everything connected in terms of phones, microphones, cameras. It's been a little bit of a challenge, folks, but we're going to get it together for sure. So just hang in there. When John comes on, he's going to tell us about some of the great things going on here at Hawthorne. Okay, let's see if Terry can join us again. Terry, you with us?
I'm here.
There he is.
John, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you guys clearly. But you can't hear me.
Can you hear him, Charles?
No,
we can't hear him. All right, so we'll get the technology people back over here to see if we can indeed get that to work a little bit because we're having a difficult time hearing John.
You can't hear me.
All right, fellas. Well, we're going to do Hawthorne today. We have a little bit of a live contest. What's going to happen is myself and Terry and Charles, team horse racing today, going to compete against John, who Dakota Schultz, the gentleman who's been kind enough to help us get everything set up here, says he's the best handicapper at Hawthorne. So we're going to have our work cut out for us today. He's over there smiling, as you can see. He's like, I got you guys beat easy. Can you hear him, Charles?
I didn't hear nothing.
I didn't hear anything either. All right. So in the meantime, Terry, how are you? How's your trip been so far?
Oh, been great. Really great. I had a great time at Oaklawn. It was really fun. And, just a wonderful time with.
Speak up, my man.
Oh, I got to speak up. I had a great time at Hawthorne Park. I was there for 3 days for the Sunshine Million. And, of course, there was a little bit of an upset there. So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can hear you a little bit, Terry.
And then now I came from Arkansas and drove up here to be on the show.
It is a little echoing. So I guess we're going to get John back in a moment. Looking forward to that. Thank you for the thumbs up, Tony Cook. If you like what you see, make sure you give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, everything that's going on down below. And also, if you're in Illinois, make sure you sign up at Club Hawthorne. Best way to do that is clubhawthorneapp.com. Put in the code HAW50, HAW50, bet 50, and you'll get $50. I think
Chris, you're echoing. You're echoing.
I'm echoing.
Testing.
I can hear you. I can hear you a little bit.
I can hear.
All right, so you got to move the camera a little bit that way.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
I'll be even louder.
There you are. Can you hear us, John?
I can hear you because you're talking.
Okay, perfect. But I can hear you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the great things that are going on in Hawthorne?
Well, we're sitting at our sports book, which is one great thing because with NBA basketball and baseball going, you can come here, watch the races, and bet on the horses. This year, we enacted a 12% takeout for our win play show wagering, which has been a huge hit. We switched the days that we race from Saturday to Thursday, and then in next month, end of May, beginning of June, we're going to Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's also helped a lot. Our handle is up about 35-40% this year, which is odd. It doesn't usually happen in racing. Certainly not for us for a long time. And best thing about racing is it's nice out, the rain went away, and it's gorgeous.
So do you think the handle's going up because
it doesn't hurt. It gave us some positive PR for people to look at. It's hard to really gauge. A lot of days it does look like that percentage is higher win play show compared to everything else. But you hate to just judge something on a couple weeks, 3 weeks. You like to see a home meet. But it's something we're going to leave intact. at least this year and next year to give it a chance. Because if you're betting and you usually win $10 and you win 12, well, you're just going to bet the $12 back. So we think it'll work out in the long run. Wish all tracks would do that.
Well, I mean, if you lead by example, so if you haven't done so yet, make sure you are betting at Hawthorne, because with the takeout, you want to show all the other tracks that that's how it works so that they can follow the leader. I think that's probably a good model for us to. So we hear over and over and over and over again. You see everybody complaining on horse racing Twitter about takeout. Well, Hawthorne's done something about it, so make sure you support them so other tracks can follow their lead. Now, when you're at the track, you guys have some construction going on. When is the estimated time for completion?
Well, we're thinking it's going to be the fourth quarter of next year. That's kind of what we think, but could be quicker, could be shorter. It's just, with when COVID started, everything started getting in flux for everything you try to do. So, something we thought might take 2 years is taking longer, but we're thinking next year for sure we should be open. And at that point, there's no reason not to come here if you live in Illinois. It'll be gorgeous.
Yeah, I've learned from driving into the Jane Byrne all the time in Chicago. Construction never gets done on time.
No.
You live here. And unfortunately, the Kennedy now is supposed to be a 3-year. That's going to be at least 30-year. I didn't multiply that by 10, for sure. So we're going to have a little bit of a handicapping contest. Your team, Hawthorne. Terry and I are team, and Charles too. Sorry, Charles. We are team horse racing today. I muted everybody because when you want to talk, unmute yourself, because I think that will help us control the echo. And make it easier to hear the other person speak. So what we have is $100 per team. They're only win, play, show bets, so that we can take advantage of that 12% takeout. And at the end, whoever has the most, they're the winner. They'll be officially declared the winner. And what we're going to do, what you have to do is go to Horse Racing Today, our social sites down there below, either Facebook or Twitter, Horse Race, the number 2 day, pick Team Hawthorne, pick Team Horse Racing Today. We're going to take a name from the winning team, and whatever we win, we're going to send you a check for that. How about that? So if it's a dime, we're going to have a lot of fun sending you a check for a dime. It's one of the funniest things we've ever done. All right, so you about ready for that handicapping contest?
I'm ready.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure you got a lot to do today, John.
A few things.
Thanks again. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So you ready to rock and roll?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we'll just pick one horse every race, and then we're going to put a win on, or win, play, show, whatever we decide. We'll make up our mind as a crew. I'll be moving in and out. I'm going to go out to the Paddock and stuff and pretend like I'm a reporter and tell you, hey, that horse looks really good, and then watch it run dead last. So that's the sort of stuff we're going to do. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you again, John. Have a wonderful day. All right, guys. So you ready to get started on Hawthorne race number 1? How much?
Yes. I got winners here today. Winners.
All right, Charles is all winners. Terry, you're on. So I'm on. So, all right. The 3 of us are all here. We can definitely make this work. So let's go ahead and pull up I got to share the screen. Hold on 1 second.
Echo.
Yeah, that's why we have to kind of delete it. I mean, we have to mute if we're not talking. Let me share my screen, and we can go to race number 1. Here we have race 1 at Hawthorne. 6 furlongs on the dirt course out here. It's a beautiful sunny day out here. 6 furlongs. Let me pull up my cheat sheet of what the profile of a winner looks like. Profile of a winner at 6 furlongs so far has favored early speed. 63% of the horses go wire to wire. That's a big number right there. Wouldn't you guys say?
I would, yeah. That's really a big number. You should look for that speed thing.
Got a small inside 3 bias, 4 through 7, a little bit of discount, 8 and out, play fair. Now, I'm just going to do everything kind of on the fly here today because the first time ever we have a chance to go ahead and do things live where we can also do the simulations live. So, hey, let me delete this real quick. We're still on Keeneland. Delete. And then delete. And oops, I don't know what the heck I just did there, folks. All right, so delete, and delete. All right, so race number 1. Forgive us as we have some growing pains right here today. Let's put in the race number 1. Since there are no scratches, let's get started here with the simulation odds and the. Of course, now it wants to put a picture in. All right, well, we'll just have to work with the way it wants to work today. I don't know why nothing wants to work right, but here you can see, maybe what I'll do instead is I'll just X out of here. Let's just go back. Of course, nothing's going to work right, Terry, right?
Yeah, that's the way it does.
All right, so let me just.
Yeah, that's the way it works a lot of times.
All right, hold on. There we go. Let me just drag this over here then, folks. And we have our show sheet. There you go. You can see that, right?
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
So you can see here that in the program, it looks like, well, Charles, why don't you take us through the overlays? While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and print out the comfort zone and the percent lead.
Okay. When it comes to the simulation odds, we have.
Sorry, Charles, I deleted myself. I muted you.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Hello? I'm not the.
Yes, I can hear you. I just muted myself. That's all.
Oh, okay. All right. Simulation odds. We have 1.5, just slightly over even money. Morning line's 3-1. That's not a bad overlay. And it's the same thing with that 2. The 2 has that just slightly over even money, and it was 2.5 to 1. I couldn't see the rest, so you got this sheet going up. And then we got, that's about it when it comes to simulation odds. So those are your 2 overlays. And I think, actually the 1 is probably the one that's probably going to be the best overlay. I think that's the horse to beat. I can't hear you, Rich.
So Terry's getting knocked out on the internet. Just click in and click out. All right. I'm going to remove Terry from the internet and come back. And maybe what we'll try to do, I try to set my camera up so it can capture both of us. I really didn't have a whole lot of success with that. Michael, you can hear for us. Go for Horse Racing today. Thank you. Did you do that? Make sure you do that on Twitter. That's absolutely important. Or Facebook. Message Sean, because as you can tell, we are under a lot of just moving parts that aren't really cooperating right now, Charles.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes, that's the way it goes.
That's all right. You have me here as the glue to this.
Yes, indeed. You are the glue, Charles. You've always been the glue, my friend. All right. So in terms of, why don't you take us through the program then, Charles, right now? Race number 1, what do you see in terms of, hold on a second. Race 1. Tell us what you see in the program, Charles. The last fact. What do you like about the last fact?
Well, I mean, basically, this horse has the speed to steal this race. And I see this horse basically going wire to wire. And you got a drop in class today. The trainer gets 33% when it drops down 2 classes. And so a lot of things to me says a go on this. And look at your rider. This rider gets 27% win. Santiago does, and he's I don't know if he's the leading rider there, but I know he's one of them.
I think he was one of the leading riders for sure. Let me bring Terry back in, as we're definitely fighting with a lot of stuff going on here today. All right, folks, let's see. I am trying to bounce from screen to screen. Terry, you with me, Terry?
I'm here.
All right, I can hear you better now, too.
Yeah, it's a better internet, I think.
All right, good. We're good to go. All right, so horse number 2, Charles.
Horse number 2. This horse basically is another speed horse. He has some speed, but I think the one's going to probably take it. I think this one's going to sit right there second, all the way, and drops in class also. This trainer has an excellent percentage at 36%, and he drops this horse down 2 levels. So this is probably, if anyone out there is going to play exacta, I think it's the 1-2, but I'm going to lean on the 1 because I think that's the speed of the speed.
You think that's the speed of the speed? All right.
Yeah.
Let's go with the 3 horse now, Mr. Charles. What do you see with the 3?
The 3 here, this horse is more of a tactical speed, more on the closing side. This one might improve going back to sprint. He's cutting back from a mile and 70 yards. and it looks like that he just. I think personally he needs more ground, but he should be closing at the end. So I think he's more of an outsider looking in. But at 9-1, he might be good for some of the exotics on the bottom half. That's how I see it.
All right, we got all sorts of things on the screen here, folks. I apologize. All right, horse number 4. Hey, that's the one I think should probably win right there.
That's because
Think so?
I think Iron Man Richie.
Yeah,
Well,
Richie, that's why.
Yeah. Well, this horse does have some of that tactical speed, also. You know, he can sit right with them. He might find himself on the lead in the beginning because he's used to sprinting 5.5 furlongs. But I just think in this class, he's not dropping. He's staying where he belongs, and the others are dropping in class. So I think this one's going to meet a couple of monsters up in front of him.
All right. And then horse number 5, Tap It Sam.
This horse, actually, I think has a shot. I see this horse probably closing at the end, and let's see how he does. But you got a hot jockey last 7 days on him, and you know he probably could handle this distance pretty good overall. So it just depends on the speed in front of him. Are they going to back up? Is the question.
And then finally, number 6, we have Bourbon Teddy.
That's my first pick.
That's Terry's first pick.
Well, because we had Iron Man Richie, and of course Terry would go with Bourbon.
Of course. Well, I was thinking about just start drinking bourbon right now. So how about that?
It might make it a little bit better for me.
Well,
all right, guys. I think we got about 5 minutes to race number 1.
Okay.
That's
so. Terry, here you go. Well, we have to pick who we're going to bet on as a group. Terry, you got the 6. Charles, you got the 1.
Yeah.
And for me personally, I like the. Hold on a second, because my computer is really being slow. And I don't know why that is, but it is. I'll tell you who I like. Hold on a second. Ready? I got. So I got the 6 horse too, Charles.
So who does Hawthorne have?
Hawthorne has, I think, the 3 horse.
3 horse. Yeah.
Win place on the 3.
So you want to do win place on that 6
or the 1?
Or the 1.
I'll let you guys battle it out.
Well, no, I mean it's 2 against 1, so I will bow out.
Okay,
all right, Terry, hustle up.
All right. So what do you want me to bet on? How much?
Since we're kind of split, maybe just $10.
What's that?
Maybe like 5 win place.
5 okay. Win in place, yeah. We got $100 budget, correct?
Yes, we have $100 budget.
Okay, so yeah, we want to let's just start off a little small first and see where we're going with that.
Yeah, and my computer is just being ridiculously slow. So a lot of the I wanted to do all of the simulation stuff live with the scratches, so that it would accurately reflect the odds. But unfortunately, that Excel doesn't want to do it.
Doesn't want to do it.
No, not today.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
where are my glasses? I can't see without them. Anyway, so at the first race at Hawthorne, I can't even get on the internet. Oh, my internet now is funky. Can you still hear me, Charles?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, I can see everybody on there.
Well,
Sean Drop says he likes the 1, the 6, and the 2. I'm going to mute Terry because I think his mic being next to me is making me echo. There we go. Can you hear me now, Charles?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I'm not echoing now, so that's
no.
Good. All right, so we have the 6 horse, 5 across the board, and John from Hawthorne, he has 10 to win in place. We have 10 win in place, right? Yeah, the 6, 5, right? And you hold on to this, Terry. So if you give it to me, I got so much going on. I'm going to be completely out of my mind.
Just keep an eye, just keep an eye on Terry, because at the end of the day, we're going to have so much money on there. He's going to run.
He's already running around. You should see him. All right, so there we go. So we got that out. Let's remove this from the screen.
And I'm sure all you have to do, you have a big screen in front of you, I'm sure, to watch the races, don't you?
I have it on another one here, Charles. I'm just trying to get the Excel to work. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Oh, I see.
But Excel doesn't want to cooperate with me for whatever reason. So
that's all right.
yeah, it's.
I mean, I have a couple later on today. I have a couple that I really like a lot, and one of them is a long shot.
All right. If we can get all of our stuff working, we'll be able to get it to roll. But that's right now, like I said, the Excel does not want to be cooperative, and I think I can. I think I can resolve that in a second here, because what it wants to do, it wants to run all the formulas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to stick it to manual and then run them manually, and I think that might solve that problem. I'm hoping anyway. It could be too, because I'm running the internet through the, these new laptops. You got to have that little adapter. They don't have one UBS port in them.
Right.
So because of that, I have to do some other things that are kind of difficult for sure. All right. So race number 1. Let me get this up on here. I can't believe how hectic the beginning has been. I'm sure that by the end we'll get it all straightened out.
Oh, you'll get it. You'll get it by the 8th race.
Yeah, right as we're about to walk out the door, right?
Yeah.
Terry and I, for sure. No kidding. Yeah, it always works that way. It's called life, right?
That's right.
All right, so let me I'm going to start to get ready for race number 2 now. Let's see if I can make this work. All right, how many minutes are we to race 1, Terry? Make sure you unmute yourself, brother.
It's post time right now. They're just getting up to the gate.
All right.
And a little bit later on, I'm going to pull out, Terry, hit mute. A little bit later on, I'm going to go out and pretend like a reporter. I'm going to take my phone with me, walk out to the paddock, go look at the horses. I'm going to give you a report on what I see, and then I'll let you know which horse I think actually looks the best. That will be the one you want to fade for sure, Terry.
Make sure you look for dapples.
Sounds good.
Dapple.
Yes, indeed. That's what I'll do. I'll dapple. Make sure I'm all dappled up. All right. So next, let's go to race number 2 and see if we can indeed get some of the stuff to work. All right. So Terry, keep us up to speed on the race, my man.
So basically, they've did the 12% takeout on win, place, and show.
Correct.
Did they change any of the exotics of any sort?
I don't think so. From what I've read, I saw that it's on win, place, and show. But I would venture to guess. If it proves to be really successful, then you might see that considered. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to say it's going to say no for now.
Well, I'm glad someone finally stepped up and did something.
Well, Hawthorne definitely does a lot too. They have a lot of contests. I've been to a few at Club Hawthorne out here if you're in Illinois, trying to $500 cash bankroll, no entry fees to get a seat to the national handicapping contest. You guys know I've done that a couple times and haven't quite won it yet. So if you do win it here and then win it there, you actually get $1 million bonus as well.
Oh, nice.
A lot of good stuff. And they got a nice sports book right here too. So if you want to bet, they got a lot of nice chairs over there. The lounge type chairs, so you can put your drink in it, sit back, be comfortable. All right, how do we do in race number 1?
Okay, they're getting up to the gate here, coming around the back of the gate. And start loading here pretty soon.
All right, so let me still trying to figure out what I'm doing here, folks, in terms of getting things to open.
So the weather turned out to be okay there then?
Well, it was storming on the way here, and then it definitely stopped. It was absolutely raining early on. Storming while I was waiting for Terry, yeah. Terry, do we have any scratches in race number 2, my friend?
Not that I know of, no. There's only 2 scratches today.
All right, good. Do we got the race starting yet, Terry? All right, so things seem to be working a little bit better now. So let's hope that it stays that way.
Okay, they're loading into the gate now.
Race 2. All right. You can hear the folks in the background.
Yeah. All right, looks like
little
we're
bit
in the
loud.
gate.
They're in the gates. And let's see. They're off. I can hear the bell behind me, folks. So we'll probably be able to tell you who wins before the action shows up on Twin Spires, right? Or TVG or Club Hawthorne or whatever it is that you're using.
There goes the one
On the lead,
on the lead.
just like you said, Charles.
You go to lead.
So next.
We got the 1 and the 4. 4's coming up on the 1 a little bit, looks like.
Yeah, I'm not looking at it, so Charles kind of keep us up to speed
Yeah,
with what's
so
happening,
yeah,
my
the
man.
1 is going around the turn, coming into the stretch.
Where's
The
our
4
6
is,
horse?
coming right up on him. Here comes the 6 also, but the 6 has still got some work to do. Now it looks like the 1's got to change leads perfectly. He's gone. The 1's going to
gone?
be your winner. The 1's your winner.
And we stayed away from Charles, huh?
And the 4 is struggling to hold on second. 6 is trying his best to get second. But it looks like
Any I can see
One.
it out the window.
1 won by 8 lengths, and the 4 finished second.
Yeah, should have went with Charles's 1. And then the 1-5-6, it looks like to me here. Oh no, that's not the finish line.
1-4-6.
1-4-6. All right, well, we're off to losing start, both bids. So hopefully next time around, race number 2, as we get ourselves squared away here, we can go ahead and pick some winners for sure. Charles, you had that 1 horse, my man.
Yeah, that's what I thought that horse would go wire to wire. I really did.
Yeah.
Well, we should have listened to you.
Yeah,
once.
well, now it's all right. You know, maybe the next time. I mean, never know who's going to be hot when.
Pressing the wrong buttons on my computer. That's not helping.
Well, like this next race is 1 mile and 70 yards, people.
Yes, let's go to race number 2. It is 1 mile and 70 yards. We have, and I think I'm going to have all the data right this time around, guys. So if we get it around,
All
then
right.
we'll be able to go ahead and perhaps make our case a little bit more clearly, a little bit more thorough, and perhaps even get. Well, maybe Terry and I can actually get the right pick this time around. What do you think, Terry?
Yeah, let's try that.
It's a couple more seconds here, and we should get this done. So let's set up race number 2, Mr. Charles.
Directly.
So on race 2,
Okay.
just hold on. So many things open. I'm trying to figure out where I am doing what. All right, here we go. Now we got it. Race number 2. Race 2 is 1 mile and 70 yards, claiming 5,000. It is a purse of 12 grand for 4 years old and up. Not won 2 races since October 20th. Not won 3 races in 2022 or 23. I've never won 4 races in race number 2. At 1 mile and 70 yards, the type of horse that typically wins does have early speed. In fact, we saw in the first race, Charles, your 1 horse got to the lead. He went wire to wire. At 1 mile and 70 yards, 43% of the time, the horse does the same thing. Unlike 6 furlongs at 1 mile and 70 yards, there's a little bit of a discount for posts 1 through 3 and a little bit of a bonus in posts 4 and out. Let's take a look at Devil's Rule. Charles, tell us a little bit about what your thoughts are in regards to you, Terry, about this 1 horse Devil's Rule.
Okay. You want me to talk about it or Rich?
The 2 of you. I'm going to go on mute, and you guys talk about it. I'll bring up some more data in a minute.
Go ahead, Rich. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. This number 1 horse, morning line 8-1. Looks like it likes to close, so it's not really a speed horse. So I don't know. It's not a horse that I'm going to bet. But how do you feel about it, Charles?
No, I mean, I had him as actually, believe it or not, I had him as my 3rd choice. I think he has tactical speed. He could keep up. But for my money, no, it's not for me.
Yeah, and the second horse, too, Misbehaving. That horse has actually had a couple of runs that weren't too positive. She does drop in class today, and she has a trainer who wins 19% of the time in dirt starts. In the past, she showed that she could have early speed, and she's actually finished in the money 6 out of 11 times at this distance, winning 3 of those.
Yeah, and I think the horse got some speed. He's got that scary speed that you don't know when it's going to show up. But the horse does have some talent. But for me today, I don't have that horse.
Yeah, no, I don't either. So,
All right, let's go forward to number 3, Gagoose.
well, this horse had a bad start last time, but he went 5 wide at 3/16, and also he's done pretty well at this distance. He's had 4 wins out of 14 starts. He has a high percentage winning trainer. He drops in class. He has a high speed figure at today's distance, and this trainer has won 2 out of 6 starts. Actually, been in the money 5 out of 6 starts in the last 14 days, and it's a horse that I like. It's my top pick.
Your top pick coming off a long break.
Well, for me, this horse is my second choice. I think this horse will be closing. He's back where he belongs, which is 5,000 claimer. So I think he is dangerous, but he's not my top pick.
Just making a drop in class right there for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's scroll down to horse number 4, Ramden.
All right, Cramden actually has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and this horse likes the distance. He hasn't been really great at it. He's had 11 starts and a win and 2 seconds, a third. He likes Hawthorne. He's been in the money 4 out of 6 starts. He's won one of those, but this year so far he's 3-0. So he's had some trouble getting things going.
Yeah. Basically, I see this horse. I think he's going to have to improve off especially the last race. The last 2 races were not his best, but the horse does have enough talent to sit there and try to figure it out. He has some kind of tactical speed, more on the closing side. So maybe he might wake up today, switching back to his jock, and maybe that's what he needs, going back to full normal.
Number 5, Troy Ounce.
Yeah, Troy Ounce. This horse showed a lot of speed in its last race. Won that race easily by 5.5 lengths. He's got the highest last race speed rating. He's got his early running style will help the chances, and his best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. And he's got a jockey who's just on fire right now. In the last 7 days, he's won 6 out of 11 starts. The horse also can handle the distance, and he's 2 in the money, 2 for 2 at Hawthorne, winning one of those. So he's actually my second pick.
Yeah, I think this horse has definitely got a shot. Still, he has the ability to go wire to wire if he has to. I think he could also sit off the pace if he wants to, but he's always been at this level, so he's been playing with the same kind of horses every time. So I think he does have ability, and I think he's worth a look, but he's not my top choice.
Okay, number 6, we have Bourbon. Oh, another one, Terry.
Yeah, another Bourbon Delight. Yeah, there we go. This horse drops in class today, as some of the others did. Switches to a high percentage winning jockey. He's been in the money, or he's won 3 out of 11 starts at this distance, but he hasn't had any in the money. He appears like he doesn't win. He just doesn't finish in the money. He had broke outward in the last race, which also caused him to probably end up not too good. But anyway, that's what I think going back to a route's going to help him.
And that's why I chose this horse as my top pick. Going back to a route, I like that. He's going back to the jockey that won on him last. The trainer gets 33% when they dropped him down 2 classes. I think this is the go button. I think he's got enough speed, either A, to take the lead, or B, sit second or third, which that's where I really think he'll be, is sitting about second or third, and I think he'll kick it home at the end.
All right, so now I do have some data ready. So let's go to race number 2. Let me go back up in here. I did this yesterday because I didn't have to worry about the scratches. So in race 2, the race shape, the horses that want the lead are the 2, the 5, and the 6. Those are the kind that need the lead to win. So So if we take a look at their early speed to see who actually has that speed, that 6 horse, Bourbon Delight. There you go, Terry. That one has a pretty substantial early space lead over the 5 and the 1. As far as late pace, which didn't look like it came into play in the opener there, we have a trio of horses, the 3 Gagoots, the 1 Devil's Rule, and 4 Cramden that show some late speed.
Lost you.
That's because I was speaking on Terry's microphone.
Oh, okay.
So Devil's Rule has the best combination of early speed and late speed. And now we can take a look at our simulated odds. So looking at simulated odds, looks like the 3 here, Charles, 3-1 morning line, based upon 1,000 simulations using speed figures. Maybe should be as low as 3-2. What are the odds right now?
2-1.
So a little bit of value right now on that 3 horse. A little bit of value maybe on the 2, Behaving Myself. That one is a 5-1 morning line. Make it a little closer to 5-2 or 3-1 as some fairer odds. As far as horses that are going to get to the lead, according to the simulator here, 1 horse, the 5 horse have the best shot to get to the lead. But this is based upon a little bit of older data set than we saw in the profile sheet.
Yeah, I personally think the 5 will take the lead. I really think he's the fastest one out of the gate, not necessarily the one that could carry his speed the most.
Yeah, indeed. Well, we saw speed work out today. As far as comfort zone is concerned, the horse with the most likely to get the best trip looks like it breaks down to the 4 horse. There's a 47% chance, according to our analysis, to get a trip very much to its liking. And then that also belongs with the 6 horse in here, a Bourbon Delight. So, Terry, make a case for the horse you like the most.
Well, I like that 3 horse. I like it because it drops in class today, has a high speed figure at today's distance, has a high percentage winning trainer, has finished in the money in 5 out of 6 starts in the last 14 days, the trainer, and it's won 2 races. So that's the reason I like that horse.
Charles?
Oh, well, that horse is my second choice, but I really like the 6 here. I think it sets it up for him that he'll sit right there in the catbird seat and take over where he should take over, which is at the final, right at the final turn. Mm-hmm. I think that's where he'll take over.
Yeah, this 6 is my long shot pick today. So
you like the 6, Charles?
Yes.
I like the 5 and the 3, and maybe even the 2 horse in there. 2 horse being a nice little overlay. What are the odds right now on the 2 horse?
4-1.
4-1?
Yes.
And yeah, it looks like the 3 horse right now at 2-1. You're still getting a little bit of betting value according to our simulation on the 3 horse. Let's go back and take a look at some of these horses real quick in the PPs and see if we can find any horse maybe that's on the improve. So hold on, let me pop back over to this screen here. And, of course, don't want to cooperate, right? There we go. And then over here. So let's look at race number 1. Horse number 1 here. Let's take a quick gander. How many minutes we got, Terry?
8.
8 minutes. So we got plenty of time. So this horse here coming up, last time out, saw a little bit of a regression in your early speed numbers. But on that late speed, did see a little bit of improvement right there. Fraction-wise, roughly the same. So I don't know if you're going to see much improvement. Horse is essentially running at the same class. So you guys think the 1? No chance on the 1?
1 is my third choice.
This 2 horse with Olaf Hernandez riding is a pretty nice drop in class here from allowance 35 non-winners of 1. Although the last time it ran here, it didn't show speed, but was the betting favorite against many of these in here. Off slow. Let's see, how does the horse perform in the third off the layoff? Kind of tough to get a read on that. Fractions last time out were a little bit faster, so maybe that race is a little bit deceptive in terms of its finish, especially considering the big step up in class. So I think the 2 horse might be one that does offer some value at 4-1.
Yeah, it looks pretty good there, especially dropping so far in class.
It has it's been competitive at this level in the prior meet. Did actually cap a couple of wins at Hawthorne at 1 mile and 70 yards. Did so by getting up on the lead and showing the ability to close. So a pretty versatile horse here. Terry, let's move on to your 3. Let's see what we like in this 3 horse maybe. Coming off of a little bit of a break, How do these workouts look to you, Mr. Trainer Charles?
They look pretty good. I mean, they're not fast, of course, but that's okay. They look the 22nd and March 29th. That's a good spread. That's perfectly even. That's a nice one. That shows they ready to rock and roll.
As far as the last time the horse came off the bench right here, it did so at FanDuel. Wasn't a particularly strong run. Looks like it did better out the next time. So you think maybe that the trainer here, James Watkins, is using this as a freshener maybe for really targeting that next start?
Yeah, that could be the case.
It could be, but I really would like this horse a lot better if he had at least 2 more workouts. But with that being said, I don't know what he was doing up to the last 2 workouts. He could have been doing a lot of 2-minute licks, and then all you have to do is show 2 workouts from December till now. So he's just doing what he
83, 86, 76, 76 so far. Numbers are a little bit better, but 82 looks like the ones numbers at Hawthorne have been on par with that one. So maybe a horse that likes the course. The 4-horse crammed in. It looks like it's shipping in from Mahoning Valley. I'm not quite sure how that crams out, but run at Hawthorne 4 times, so he does have some experience here. 4 out of 6 in the money, and then 4 out of 11 at the distance in the money. Running similar speed figures as we saw with the other horse. Second up, kind of tough. Don't really get a sense of what the trainer does. First off the claim or changing trainers. Jockey to the trainer the last 60, maybe.
I don't think there's much there.
Yeah, we have about 5 minutes to post.
We got time. Last race, non-winners in 1. This guy went wire to wire, folks. That looks like that might be the winning way, but did lose to Bourbon Delight the last time they matched up pretty handily. So do you see anything in this horse's works here? Nothing in the works. Something since that last race that give you any indication that it can make up that 6 3/4 on Bourbon Delight?
No.
No, the works look good, but I still think he's going to have a hard time.
All right. So one last horse in here. Bourbon Delight, 6-1 morning line. What's it right now, Mr. Terry?
It's right
5
now,
to 2.
5 to 2, yeah.
So taking some money on.
Yeah.
Giz catching a little bit of a weight break right there. 3 out of 11 at the distance to winning. No other distance has this horse found the winner's circle. We did see in the recency bias that the 6 horse could be the one that actually gets to the lead. Last time it ran at this distance, and indeed it went to the lead and won. And the track that day was sloppy. I mean, like we said, it rained on the way out here, so I suspect that the track is listed as, well, it's listed as fast, but it had to kick some water considering how hard it rained. Trainers 33%, 1 out of 3, not the most largest data set there, down a couple of classes. The bettors are certainly back in that one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, it was my long shot, so I like this horse.
Mr. Charles?
You know my thoughts. I think this is the winner.
You like the 6 horse?
Yep.
Terry likes the 6 horse. Personally, I think there's more value with the 2. So, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and play the 6, Terry.
All right.
So 5 and 5 again?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Since we're not totally sold as a crew. And I don't know. Doesn't look like they have a they don't have a bet. So no bet for Team Hawthorne right here. We're big on a couple of horses. So Terry's going to head on over to the window now. Put 5 and 5 for us across the women place to take advantage of that 12% Hawthorne takeout on the 6 horse, Bourbon Delight. And let's indeed see if that horse is a delight for us today. So I think now things are working a little bit better.
Yeah.
We're getting a sense of how to operate stuff, and that's a good thing. So while we do this, Charles and Terry, you guys go ahead and hold the fort down whilst I start preparing for the next race.
Okay.
Got any baseball bets or anything like that while we're at the sports book today, Charles?
No, I have nothing today.
All right, Terry, unmute yourself. I'm going to do the background real quick. Go ahead and you and Charles talk a little bit.
Okay. Well, I don't have any baseball bets because that's not my thing. I love the horses. So.
How long to the next race?
About 23 minutes.
I mean, to this race too.
Oh, 2 minutes to the next one.
What do the odds board look like, Mr. Terry? Take us through the odds.
Okay, the 1's 14-1, the 2 is 3-1, 3 7-2, 4 is 6-1, 5 is 2-1 as the favorite, and the 6 now is 5-1.
5-1. Well, let's hope we catch that one. That would give us the lead.
That's right, it would.
So I'm working on like the speed simulators and stuff like that for these races now to make sure we have all of our data as we need it so we can use it next time. Are any scratches in race number 3, Terry? Can you check for me?
No, there's not. The first scratch comes race number 5, which is the 2 horse, and then there's a scratch in the 7th race, the number 1 horse.
We'll get to that and then we get there. Don't hit your mute now because your microphone's picking me up. All right, so let's see. Is this one done? Indeed, that one's done. All right, so let's pop this over here. Terry, did you mute? Don't mute.
I did.
Yeah. All right, let me come back on. So you guys got to keep talking, otherwise there's dead air.
All right. But what do you got a best bet of the day, Charles, today?
Charles?
Can't hear
Charles
you,
disappeared on us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm in. It's going to be in the next race, Terry.
Oh, me too. That's my best bet of
Oh,
the day.
no.
It is.
Uh-oh.
Well, let me tell you what mine is first, and then see if it's the same one.
Well, wait till the next race, guys. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No,
All right.
no freebies.
I have a long shot of the day too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I had a long shot of the day today, and it just won at Keeneland.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah.
You got any other picks at Keeneland you want to share?
Yeah, I'm right now 4 for 7. Let me see. I like the 5 in the 7th race. The
In
1
this race,
in
you got
the
a
8th.
single? Who do you got a single?
Oh, the single?
The 11? At Keeneland? This
Yeah,
race, one of the patrons here at the bar told us at the sports book, he likes the 11 at Keeneland. Oh, shit. So you hear him? He's running away from it now.
I like the 5 at Keeneland, this next race.
He gave us the bleep.
The 1 in the 8th race is my single.
We're not supposed to. Oh, you mean at Keeneland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were giving away the show, Charles.
No.
All right, so keep an eye on that 11 at Keeneland. We got a lock for single into pick 4 and pick 5 and pick 3.
Yeah, we'll see what it does.
You're at the Points Bet Sports Bar at Hawthorne. Beautiful day outside. If I can get this up here, I'm going to go out to the paddock, and then I'll be back. So you'll run stuff, and you and Charles will figure out who to bet on.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, they're still walking to the gate, right? So.
It looks like it, yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I'm half blind without my glasses. You don't really ever see me wear them, right? So if you ever saw me on the street, this is what I would look on like. Beautiful. Car time.
Yeah.
Superman, Charles.
Yeah. The first time I saw him with the glasses was Saratoga. I didn't know who it was.
Yes, he was looking for the cape, the big red S across the chest.
But
That's
usually
right.
I wear it, so that's okay.
What's that?
I wear the cape.
What?
I always wear my cape.
What? We can't hear you, Charles.
I don't know why.
What? We can't hear you, Charles. Sorry.
All I know is the 6 is 6-1.
Well, all we know is he's got to win. Doesn't matter what he is. Okay, I got the next race set up, Terry, so we're good to go with that. And then in race number 3, all right. So, well, we'll talk about race number 3. I'll go out to the paddock in just a minute. So Terry, you don't have.
What far is the paddock for you?
I know. I got to hold on a second. Let me unmute myself. I'm unmuted, right? Okay. I just have to walk out the door, apparently, go through the picket fences, and then walk over there. And I'll bring my phone with me. I'll take a look at the horses, tell you what I like, what I don't like. Oh, it looks like it's getting a little overcast on, so it'll probably rain on me. That's a for sure, right?
That'll be for sure, and I'll laugh.
They're loading in the gate now, guys.
So Sean in race 2 likes the 5, 6, and 3. All right, so they're going to the gates. Let me look at the video here. Yeah, it looks to me like the only one that's left to go in from the video is the 6 horse. I don't know that they're all in the gate. Let's see what starts, if it's how close it is to real time. And they're off. All right, so indeed. So the 5 horse is the one that got the lead, it looks like, followed by the 6 on the outside. Gagoons.
Yeah, that's where I thought the 6 would sit, and I thought the 5 would go to the front. The 5's got what, about a length lead or 3/4 of a length on the 6 right now, which is about right.
Well, let's see how if the late pace helps our 6 at all here.
Yeah.
Ooh, our 6 needs a little bit late pace. Hasn't shown much lead. Don't like the fact that we needed him on the lead, maybe, and he didn't get it. Let's hope he's got some. Looks like he's making a move, though.
Yeah, the 6 is moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the jockey hasn't asked anything out of the 2 yet, so we'll see if he's got what it takes to get by him when the jockey on the 2 horse asks him. When Ola Fernandez on the 5 horse Troy Alps.
Perfectly like been chasing every step of the way. On the inside, behaving myself.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to catch this guy. Looks like he's trying on the outside. Here he comes. Come on, come on.
Come on, 6.
Come on, let's go,
Come on,
6.
6.
Let's go, 6. Come on, 6. Let's go, 6. There you go, baby. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Team Horse Racing today
That's
takes
it.
the lead.
We take the lead.
All right, how about that, folks?
I think he went off at 6-1, didn't he?
It looks
Yeah.
like he went off at.
I'm in Fuego.
It looks 9-2.
Oh, he got some late bets there.
That's because folks are watching, Terry.
That's right.
All the Pro Horse Racing Today team watchers are all over that 6 horse now. So there we go. I'm kind of surprised he showed that close there at the end because that's not something he had put together in the past. So, all right. So we're on that 6 horse. Beautiful. Off to a decent start. William, thank you, William. How are you doing today? You like the 6, the 4, and the 5. So William was with us as well. Good call, William. Let's see what those prices are at the end here. Yeah, 6. It looks like it went 6, 5, and then next up was the 2, and then the 1. 6, 5, 2, and 1 for race number 2 at Hawthorne. Yeah, nice ride there. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel Gillis, for getting us a winner.
Nice pick there, Charles.
I think both of you were on that.
They were. That was actually my long shot of the day. So
2 for 2 for me. That's
2
good.
for you, 2 for Charles. All right, so time to play away from Charles.
Yeah, time to leave me.
Yes, indeed, because you know that it's a there's about a third. You got maybe one more in you, Charles. So Terry and I are gonna.
I think I do.
We're gonna have to take some of the weight off your back for race number 3.
Well, maybe Charles and I have picked the same one. Who knows?
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah, you can't tell, right? All right, so I'm gonna send myself the link to this. I'm gonna walk out to the paddock in just a few minutes, and then Terry, you're in charge, my friend. So you want to switch over here?
Either that, or you can just give me the mouse and I'll do it here.
Hey, either way, it doesn't matter. Let me send the link, and then I'm gonna head on off to the paddock and see. I'm gonna report on what the horses look like to me, in my estimation, which I wouldn't really put any weight into that whatsoever at all. All right, so I got that sent off. Terry, I'm gonna go now to the paddock for the next race. I'm gonna walk over there.
Okay.
If you want to sit here, you can sit here. If you want to try to control it from there, it's up to you. I think you'd probably be better off using this one anyway.
Yeah, I will. I'll move over there.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. right, here we go.
Returning as the official winner, 6 Bourbon Delight owned by
$11.0560.
So you can remove yourself, Terry. What's that?
Well, it looks like they just take it. They muted themselves, took one off, but you got the payoffs here at Hawthorne. Race number 2, the 6 paid $11.560 to place, $360 to show, and the 5 Troy Ounce finished second, $460 to place, $280 to show, with the 2 finishing third and the 1 finishing fourth. The exacta paid the 6-5 exacta paid $19.60. The 6-5-2 trifecta paid $33 even, and the 20-cent superfecta paid $37.88. And then the daily double, $1 daily double from the first race to the second race, 1-6 paid $20.30. Those are your payouts for the first 2 races. And it looks like in race number 3 coming up, we have 1 mile and 70 yards, and it's a claiming price of $15,000. Non-winners of 2 lifetime. The purse is $13,500, and this is for Illinois, for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races. The 3-year-olds will be carrying 117. Older will carry 124 pounds. So I don't know any of the stats of what's the percentage of horses going wire to wire, but I could give you all the other stats here when it comes to each horse individually. We got the 1 horse, Not to Be Denied. This horse is in for 15, of course. Last time out, ran for 62.50, didn't show much. As a matter of fact, it hasn't shown much for a while now. So this horse is going to have to really pick it up and change the way it does things. I think mainly this is more of a horse that's got tactical speed that will probably hang around with everybody, but has yet to show any kind of kick or even early speed to do anything in this type of race. The 2 horse, this Masquerade, is it's in for 15. Last time it ran at this level, finished 6th. This horse does have some of that tactical speed. The horse could actually sit more or less like 3rd or 4th and makes one big run. So this is more or less a closer. The trainer gets 22% when he ships them in. This is his 2nd start after a layoff. So, you got a little bit of a fresh horse here. The trainer gets 20% when he does this angle at the 2nd start after a layoff. So you got a little bit of a fresh horse getting ready to start coming into form. Terry, can you hear me? I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you. Yeah, we lost you guys. So I already gave the rundown of what type of race we're in and everything.
Yeah, you're on number 2, right?
Yes. All right. You want to take number 3?
All right, I'll take number 3. Number 3 is on the morning line, 7-2. This horse has ran at Hawthorne 6 times, finished 3rd twice, and he's only ran at this once and did not finish in the money. He's a closer, looks like a deep closer to me, but he does switch to a high percentage winning jockey. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this horse definitely has some talent. I think this horse should be closing. The horse was claimed last time out, so that's why they're raising him up in class. It looks like it was on April the 9th, so not that long ago. So, I mean, the horse has talent. I think he's good for the exotics, maybe even a show bet, maybe. But yeah, I think he's a tough horse.
All right. So let's go look at number 4 and see what you think about that.
Yeah, here the 4 horse here has some speed ability. He can do some things here. Um, he runs a good race and then he runs a couple of bad ones. Then he runs a couple of good ones. Then he runs a bad one. So he's like on and off switch, basically. But he is dropping in class today. Makes this horse a little dangerous. And he does have tactical speed. If he doesn't get the lead, he can sit second or third and make one run. So I like this horse, but and he's not my top choice. Let's put that.
Now, he does have a nice bullet workout on April 15th. He was the best out of 37. So, hey, number 5, Unbridled Annis. This horse is listed as 9-5 on the morning line, and he's one for one at Hawthorne. He's also one for one at this distance. And then this year, he's done pretty well. So he's only been out of the money one time. He won his last race by 8 lengths, and Roman returns to ride him again. He got the last race speed rating, highest, and his best third speed is average winning speed. Boy, I'm echoing.
Are you?
Anyway, so we'll go to the next one, 6.
The 6 horse, Maiden Rock. This horse, he's returning. He's returning to a route today, which I think that will benefit this horse. He finally woke up in the last race. He woke up a little bit, and that was going 5.5 furlongs. Really not his distance. I think a mile to a mile and 70 is his distance. But the horse woke up finally, and so that makes him a little bit of a scary character in this race. He does go up in class a little bit, but for a 30-1 shot, he might not be bad for at least a show bet.
Yeah, that might be true.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So who is your best bet here?
Okay, my best bet is the number 5.
Yeah, it's the best bet of the day.
That's right.
I don't see anybody beating this horse. This horse is ready to rock and roll, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that. Wholeheartedly. I'm having a hard time because it's coming back.
It's going back and forth.
Yeah, because I think I have 2 microphones on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in this race, I don't know. About 2 to 5. Is it 2 to 5 right now? So.
Oh wow!
How do you bet this? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to bet it at 2 to 5. We'll have to.
I don't know about that.
Anyway, well, if we look at the information that Rich put together, you can see here.
Why don't you put it on? I can't see it.
You can't see it?
No.
Oh, that's because I have to go down here. If I can figure out to do that. How do I get down here? Oh, there's Rich.
Yeah. Can you get it there, Terry? Meanwhile,
There we go.
there you go. You get it? All right. It looks like the 1 horse is going to want the lead here. And we have pace horses, the 2, the 4, and the 5 should sit real close to these horses, to that 1 horse.
We had Rich, and now he's gone.
Okay. Hey, bring in Rich and the stream, Terry.
There we are. All right, let's go down
There you
into the paddock. Well, before we go there, let's take a look. We're right on the track. You see the beautiful Hawthorne track?
Yeah.
Dirt looks kind of dry to me. You get a little bit of moisture in there, so hopefully you guys got a good shot of that, right?
Yeah.
Can you see the track?
Yeah, I can. Well, now it's sideways, but yeah, I got it.
All right, I like sideways. I don't want to be sideways. All right, let's go down and look at the horses, and let me give you my professional opinion on what the horses look like.
All right.
Yes, indeed. I've never been a body language when I'm going to go into the building in a little bit of cinder block. So hopefully the signal stays good.
Okay.
So I can see them walking around over here. I don't know which one that is. He didn't have his silk on. A little bit of water right there on the head. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. The 3-horse, Mr. Charles. There we go. 3-horse looks a little bit sweaty to me, guys. I don't know what your thoughts were on the 3-horse there, but it does look like he's a little bit sweaty. Just looking at the size, 1 horse is a little bit much bigger than the 2 horses. The 2 horses a little bit smaller right there. And that's the 4 right there, I think. 4 looks pretty good to me. Nice shiny coat right here on your 4-horse. Ears are perked up. Charles, what do you see on this horse, my man? Nice and shiny. I think in terms of presentation, that one looks the best to me so far.
So far, he looks pretty good from what I can see.
Here comes the 3. We're down here with the 3-horse. The 3-horse looks a little bit wet to me, Charles. Did you see the sheen there from the wet, maybe?
Terry, can you mute your button, Terry?
The 5-horse is the gray, guys. He looks like he's a little bit excited today to get started running. Got a good coat to him, though. I didn't really see a whole lot of dapples yet, though, Charles, to be honest with you. I have to say, just looking at it, the one that has the most sheen right now is the 4-horse. What's the 4-horse's odds?
The 4 is going off 6-1 right now.
Yeah, you know what? I think that the Alpha Beast just came out right there, fellas. 5-horse looking good. I do see some dappling in his coat.
Okay.
And the 1-horse.
Well, that's Terry and I's best bet of the day, both.
Is it?
Yeah.
I gotta say, just the pure size. That 5-horse is bigger than the rest of them. He's definitely the biggest horse in here. There's no question. So just based upon look to me, gentlemen, I'm just looking at the horses. I'm saying that I don't know, man. The 5-horse, he looks pretty ready. He's a little bit distracted, though.
Yeah.
Got the blinkers on today. Them ears are perked. Oh, he's letting the other ones know he's the man right there for sure.
Only problem is he's 2-5.
Well, so what's that 6 horse look like right now?
I haven't seen the 6 come out. He's been in his stall getting prepared for the race yet. They look like they're saddling him up right now. So as soon as they're done, the 2-horse is kind of diminutive compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
So just in terms of the horses I've seen that are out here, I got to say I like the 5 and the 4. I like the 5 and then the 4 in terms of just the way they look.
Yeah.
The 5-horse is considerably bigger than the rest of them. He's a little bit looking around, but here he is again. Them ears are forwardly placed the whole time, though. You can't see a little bit of the dappling in the coat right there.
Mm-hmm.
Muscular-wise, just looking at the muscles, which one looks the most defined to me? 3-horse has definitely got some definition, but it's a little bit sweaty on that 3-horse. I'd say the 2-horse is the calmest of the group, but he's a little distracted too. So for me, just in terms of look, gentlemen, I like the 5-horse the most, just on look. Where do we have him in our rankings?
Well, when it comes to speed, he's second in the rankings on that. When it comes to late speed, the 6 has got the best kick. And then the final rankings, it looks like the 6 is tops with the 5 and then the 4.
All right, we're going to get our first look at the 6 here in a minute. He's coming out now. He looks like he's got a little bit of energy. He's looking around for sure. He wants to know who this dude in the white shirt in the middle is. And we got a nice coat to him. He's nice and shiny as well. Got some dapples on the rear end. Looks like a little bit of got some good, real nice muscular definition in the hind legs there.
Uh-huh.
I like the color too, kind of like a reddish brown. So for me, just from looking, I'm going to go 5, 6, and 4, just based upon the way the horses look.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, with the 5 going off at now, what is it? 1 to 5, Terry, or something like that?
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we might have to do a long shot here, a place bet on a long shot.
Yeah, just upon the look, I'm going to say of the look, I like the 5 horse look the most. Not just because it's gray. The horse is definitely the biggest in the bunch. It is a long race, right? 1 mile and 70 yards.
Yeah.
And I know from talking to other trainers in the past that they've said that the long-legged horses, they like them in the longer races. Charles, you've been a trainer. What do you think?
Yes, they usually do, because why that is when they're shorter horses, they have, sometimes it depends on the race, but if you go long, they're taking sometimes 2 steps to the 1 when it comes to the taller, long-legged horses. Sprints, not so much. It doesn't matter as much. The little guys with the little legs could really push it pretty good.
And let's see a little bit of the pros parade here. Let's get a look. And the sun's come out, so you can get maybe a little better look at what's going on here. Just on the track, seeing who's paying attention to the lead pony and who's not. The 1 horse definitely looking for some comfort out of the lead pony. Definitely bigger than the 2. 2 horse also looking for a little bit of comfort from the lead pony, but not so much. 3 horse. Again, that one was a little sweaty inside. You could see it up on his chest there. A little darkness. He was a little bit sweaty. The 4 horse, he's the calmest of the crew. The 5 horse is definitely amped, guys. He's out here neighing.
Yeah.
The 6 horse is the calmest of the bunch. So.
Well, I don't think that anyone's going to beat the 5 horses. So.
All right. So what are you guys going to do?
With these terrible odds, I mean, you can't make no money betting on the 5. Let's put it that way.
On the 5 or on the 6?
On the 5, you cannot make no money on the 5.
Oh, the 5 is the favorite?
Yep.
I did not even know.
Huge favorite.
Is he?
Yeah.
He definitely looked the best. I'll tell you that. My opinion. I did not know the odds. So.
Yeah, he's
pure luck, I guess. All right. Well, we're going to head back inside, guys. Go ahead and finish up.
All right. So, Terry, what do you think about this?
Well, 3 to 5 is a little short. I would have liked it to be like 4 to 5, and I think once they get in the gate, it's going to even be even less.
Yeah.
So if you want to play a place bet, I like the 4 and the 6.
I mean, for the odds, I think we should just put the 6. Try to
All
get
right.
a little money. Huh?
How much do you want to bet?
I don't think we should go that much, because I think the 5 is the winner. I really do.
Oh, the 4 to 5, which is, I would bet 4 to 5.
Yeah, I'd bet 4 to 5. I agree with you.
You want to bet like 15 to win or 10 to win?
Well, just take the winning. I mean, yeah, I mean, we had win in place on that last one, so just go 10 to win, I guess.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
All right, that's what we'll do. All right, as Terry's going to go and do that. Normally, I don't like betting horses anything under 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is usually, every once in a while we'll bet a 3 to 5, but that usually how I end up with that is when I start off betting, it's a 4 to 5 and it ends up as a 3 to 5. I mean, it's just not worth the chance and all that stuff usually for the payout. I mean, if you want a nice exact that probably here, I mean, I think you have to look at the 4 and the 6 in this race for the exotics here. But I think for a price, for the 18 to 1 shot, the 6 down there, it's not bad for this race, for this horse to, place and show for this bet, for this horse would not be a bad bet at all. I don't think so. And then let's look at Keeneland. Let's look back at Keeneland and see what we had there. Keeneland in the 7th race. That guy out there at the sports book wanted the 11, and it looked like that's who won. Paid 766 to win. So, congrats to the person out there in the sports book that wanted the 11 at
Yeah.
Keeneland.
He's very happy. He's very happy about it. He said he's still good in his pick 4 and pick 5.
Awesome, great.
So
All right.
anyway, our horse is now even 1, and as far as Tom, we're playing. He's playing the number 2 horse.
Oh, okay.
It's like peg 2.
All right. So looks like we had some extra money from that last ticket, so we're still good on our ticket money.
This race as few days as we have to, and that was never ours.
Yeah, I dropped to 4 to 5 now.
So
Yeah,
That's
but you
all
know
right.
what? Hey,
Yeah,
I'll take
win
4 to
is a
5.
win.
I'll take 4 to 5.
Yeah, me too.
Hopefully it works out, because certainly it would be a good thing to get
So-
racing back to work.
So do you know, Terry? Do you happen to have in front of you who Hawthorne has?
Who what now?
Who does Hawthorne have? in
Oh
the
yeah,
set?
he has number 2.
Let's do
This Masquerade.
Masquerade. All right. Well, how does he have it? Win in place or what?
Yeah, he has win in place.
All right. That's not bad. Okay. Are they? How are they doing? Are they about to approach the gate?
Yeah, they're coming up to it.
Okay.
Taking their time though.
To me,
No one can take their time more than Gulfstream.
people who got into the business, they all tell us the same thing. And
You're
that's
right
that
about
they
that.
learned about it as a little kid.
I've never seen a track take so much time after it's supposed to be post time.
And
Yeah, I haven't
I think
either.
relative to the other sports, because of the accessibility of the jockeys.
I never panic when I see 1 minute left before post. No problem. At Gulfstream.
No problem.
You know what?
4 or 5
I
minutes.
don't know if you've noticed, but at Keeneland, when they say 1 minute, they mean 1 minute. I mean, they open the gates pretty much right at the post. So that's one of those tracks you
Family of
just
4?
pay attention to.
It is.
Is Rich back, or is he off getting a beer?
No, he's back.
You're going to be able to meet the jockeys, you're going to be able to meet the trainers. We're going to bring some
Officials.
maybe horses that are.
Yeah.
We had done a lot
Okay,
of
they're
that.
loading into the gate.
It focused a lot.
Well, we might get 4 to 5 on this. That'd be nice. Now can he run? Now can he run like a 4 to 5 is the question.
Well, that's what I'm hoping.
You know,
Well, they're all in the gate. I don't know what they're waiting on. There they go. Dirt's flying. Okay. The 5 went straight to the lead, which I expected. The 4 sitting right there second, right on his flank. And then the 6 is staying really close also in this race, sitting third. And then the 2 is back there in fourth, approximately 4 lengths off the leader. And then the 3 is right there on the outside of the 2. Now they're on the back stretch. They just did a 25 in the first quarter. So that's not bad at all. That's a nice cruising speed. We got the 4 now out in front by 3/4 of a length over the 5. And they got at least 3 lengths on the 6. And it looks like the 3 and then the 2. And they just ran, God, I can't read that number. It looks like 48 and change. So they're doing about the same. It looks like the 4 still got a nice full-length lead over the 5. But neither horse, the 5 jockey just looked underneath his armpit to see if anybody was coming. So that's a good indication that he has some horse left. And the 6 is far back in third, of at least 4 to 5 lengths back. The 5 just now came up on the side and took the lead, it looks like, from the 4. At least they're battling it back and forth. The 4 will not give this thing up at all. The 4 is all over the track also, but they're battling it back and forth. The 5 is still trying. The 4 is trying. This is going to be one photo finish here. Let's see. The 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 wins it by a nose. I'll call it. Terry, what do you think? Is that how it happened? Can't hear you.
Yeah, I think the 5 got it just by a nose, maybe a little bit more than that.
And the 6 finished 3rd.
Yep.
So
our 3 horses.
Wait a minute. Downstairs, what did I say?
Oh, you don't matter.
The 5 and the 6.
I said 5, 4, 6.
Yeah, so did
Yeah,
we
you
up
don't
there,
matter,
though.
though. You don't
But I
matter,
didn't look
though.
at anything. I was just looking at the horses.
You don't. It doesn't matter. We already had that up here. We were just testing
but
you.
the bad thing is he dropped the 3 to 5 from 4 to 5.
Well, I kind of expected that, to be honest with
Didn't
you.
we want him to be 4 to 5?
We won't.
But that's okay. That race went, and this is now for sure 3 for 3, and these races have gone exactly the way I thought they would go.
Yes,
I'm
you're
Charles.
doing a good
Hear me
job,
roar.
Charles.
You and
That's
Katy
it.
Perry.
That's it. Here we go.
You are the Katy Perry of horse racing.
Hear me roar. I kissed the girl and I liked it.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know, guys. It's going to be close.
I called it by a nose, the 5.
Well, we'll see. I'm not so sure because looking out the window here, it looked to me like the 4 horses' nose was down. I hope
think
I'm
so?
wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Well,
Nope, I'm wrong. Good. Good. All right. So,
Yeah, 2 in a row.
so what do we? All right. So, all right. So we're doing all right, right? How much did we win on the last race? By the way?
55 for the win. I don't remember.
We got 55 for the win.
5 times 11. And then, oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We
Terry
didn't
and
get
Matt, 27.50.
Yeah, 27.
all right.
All right, so we're at least break even right now.
I'm a $10 better.
And Terry's a big spender. I always told you it's prime rib. Terry's prime rib. We are we're hot dog bettors, Charles.
Yeah. But that's okay.
They're telling me they're going to put $400 million in renovations in this place. You know, it's the only Chicagoland thoroughbred and harness racing track. Everything else is closed. You know, the whole deal with Arlington, Churchill Downs selling of land to the Chicago Bears. I'm not sure if the Bears are going to play there or not. A lot of contention. The new mayor says he's not letting them out of Chicago, but based upon some of the stuff that's going on in the streets of Chicago, I mean, everybody might want to get the hell out of Chicago.
Everybody wants out of Chicago.
And then, you know, this is in Stickney, just outside of Cicero, so far enough away from all that mayhem. And I got to say, you know, it does look good. Really nice up in here so far.
They don't have turf there, correct?
They do have a turf course, yes, sir.
They do.
It looks like it to me, yes. There is a turf course to the inside of the dirt course.
All right.
It's right outside the door to the left. See those people are. All right, Charles. So let's take a look at race number 3. What do you say?
It's number 4.
Oh, wow, we're at race 4 already. So let remove Terry from the screen while he ganders off for a moment. Just take an old man stroll.
Get a bourbon.
A couple of them, since a couple bourbons won so far. Hi, Julia. How are you today? Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, we got some more winners in the Hawthorne card for us today. Tuning in late, us helping our friend, and we're running late. That's okay, Julie. Fashionably late. That's fine. We were kind of fashionably technology late. Trying to get all of our stuff together was a little bit of a task early on. So why don't you take us through the horses, Charles? While you take us through the horses, I am going to go ahead and try to work in the background on the Excel stuff, all right? So scream out loud when you change to the next horse.
Okay. Well, first, this is another race that's going to be at 1 mile and 70 yards.
Again, speed matters, and then it looks
Yeah.
like there is a little bit of an inside 3 in terms of the inside 3 are a negative, 4 and out are a little bit of a positive. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. And this is for a claiming price of $10,000. Purse is $16,000. So in this race, the first horse, the one horse, Pistol Box. This horse, I have. Let me see what I have. I don't have that one. Okay, but this horse has a high percentage trainer, high percentage jockey, but this horse has a tendency to just close. And of late, the last race he didn't do much, but before that he was pretty hot. So this horse is second start after a layoff now. You have one work into the horse, so everything looks fine with this horse, but he will be closing in this race. So he's going to find himself a little bit behind and make one big move.
Are we moving off to the 2 horse now?
Yep, the 2 horse.
All right, Nepala.
All right, this horse drops in class today. Was claimed last time out. So, you got a trainer here that's dropping after they claim. This trainer gets 13% after a claim. The horse has got that tactical closing speed again, another one like this. And the trainer also gets 31% when they go all weather to dirt. So that's not a bad angle there.
So he's coming in from Turfway Park. So would you consider that to be a track drop, Charles?
I think it's about even.
About even?
I think so.
All right.
Although Turfway Park, in a sense, might be upgraded now of late because Turfway Park horses are doing fantastic at Keeneland. So that's a good indication what you're getting from Turfway Park. All right, we're on the number 3 horse.
Up to the number 3 horse. Looking at that 3 horse, we're talking Jeff the Lion, not Charles the Lion roaring Katy Perry style,
That's
pretending
right.
he kissed a girl and liked it.
More
like a frog that turned into a toad after you kissed it.
Hey, what doesn't matter? I'll kiss a girl. Anyway, this horse is his second start after a layoff. His last one, which was his first race after layoff, did not do very well. This horse does in the past have tactical speed, but I still need to see a couple of races for me. You do have a hot jockey the last 7 days on this horse, but if for my book, no thanks.
No thanks on Jeff the Lion. Yeah, that last race leaves a lot to be desired here. 6x25. Last time out, didn't improve off of the second off the layoff. A little bit of a regression there too. So, but Hawthorne hasn't run that bad, Charles.
Yeah.
6 out of 9 in the money. Maybe the quintessential Tom horse. Speaking of Tom, he and I will be back tomorrow for 4 on Fridays. We're going to do Newberry, I think, if memory serves. You'll want to tune in for that at 1 o'clock. And then on Saturday, me, you, and maybe Terry will be back. I'm not sure if he's traveling. If so, maybe we'll have our Chris P join us. We're going to do the largest jackpot that's available for a pick 5, pick 6, or pick 4. All right, number 4. Bake Neko. That's another horse that was way off of it last time out.
Yeah, this horse, but this horse has some tactical speed. I think he's got some ability there. He was claimed 2 back. Last time they put him at the same level that he's running today. Didn't do very well, but I'm going to excuse that one because all the rest of his races before that were all decent. I mean, he was pretty consistent before that. So this horse is dropping in class a little bit today. He has a little bit of the early speed. He could keep up. This is the trainer at second after a claim gets 15%. So, I think this horse could be in the mix big time.
All right, so we got Terry back. Let me bring Terry back in.
All right.
There you are, Terry. After he kind of wandered around, we had to put an APB on him. You know how us old guys can get. We forget where we're going every now and then. Yes, right. So indeed,
I get lost in my own bathroom.
I'm sure you do. Diamond Dave. Hey, back to the Van Halen days when we were younger. Much younger. Yes. I don't know if you've seen Diamond Dave lately. He's not looking like a diamond, but
he's not shining like a diamond.
Wow, you are. Katy Perry is number 1 in your iPad or iPod. There, I'm dating myself. All right, on to Diamond Dave. Terry, join in and help Charles figure out what he's doing.
Apparently, I need a lot of help.
Well, he's this is his second start off of a pretty long layoff, and he could improve. You just never know. He's actually been in the money 15 times out of 29 starts at today's distance, and he's won 5 of those. He's been in the money 10 out of 19 times at Hawthorne and won 2 of those. He has the highest speed figure at today's distance. So, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, this horse definitely has some talent, and it should be right in the mix. It's definitely not a speed horse, but he can sit pretty close, though.
What I like here, gentlemen, is the horse came off the bench, and you see right here, hit your mute here. If you look right here, coming off the bench, it's early pace numbers right here: 71, 73, 93, all an improvement off of the prior start where the horse ran last, and that was back in November when it ran 60, 70, and 85. So that's a pretty good indication that the horse is at least sharp. Maybe Diamond Dave feeling a little better on the track than he is on the stage. The last time the horse made a second start, look at that. Nice big bump up off of the first one. Down here, we saw a little bit of improvement. So I wouldn't be at all surprised to see Diamond Dave go back to the spandex days here and run a pretty good race. Off to the next one, Perfect Wager. Charles, what do you got on Perfect Wager?
Because I always have perfect wagers, so this is a perfect one for me. So this horse definitely has the tactical speed, the typical tactical speed. This horse could sit off the pace, close. This horse could sit right on the leader or be the leader maybe, but most likely to sit right there about second or third. This is the third start after a layoff, which everybody knows now that that's my favorite angle. And this horse also, the trainer gets 38% at that angle also. So apparently it's his favorite angle.
Yeah,
I like this horse a lot in this race. I think he's tough to beat, but he's still not my number one pick.
Wow, he's my number 1 pick. I like the jockey on there. The jockey's been really good the last 7 days. Won 3 out of 8 starts, and this horse has decent workouts. Really a nice workout there on March 2nd. He worked out in 3 furlongs and 36 breezing, second best out of 8.
Can't hear you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not at home, unfortunately, so doing it on the fly. Decent record here at Hawthorne, too. A couple of seconds, a couple of thirds, and a win. Decent record at the distance, too, so not afraid of the mile and 70 yards at all. A little bit of a closer, it looks like to me. And I don't know, the track today, Terry, it seems like it's favoring the horses up front. What do you say?
No, I think up front, either real close to the lead or on the lead. So that's the way today.
I would have liked to seen, so the horse also movement allowance probably dropping in class here a little bit. I do like the late face improvement. A lot of times you see that momentum carry over. All right, number 7, Danville.
Okay, this horse, I'm gonna flat out say wire to wire. This horse right here drops in class today. This horse has the speed. He does have the tactical speed to sit off if he wants to. So if someone else gets brave, he'll let him go. It's fine. This horse was well bet the last time out, and the trainer gets 36% when they were a beaten favorite. So, and looks like he's got his favorite rider back aboard.
Yeah, I know. And this Cheryl Limbaugh has done really well. She's been in the money 6 out of 9 starts, and at this meet, won 33% of those. This horse likes Hawthorne, been in the money 5 out of 7 starts, winning 2. It loves the distance. Been in the money.
That was Charles's brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, Danville's been in the money in 7 out of 12 starts at the distance and won 2 of those. So, this is actually my second pick, but I had a hard time deciding between this one and the 6.
So
Can't hear you.
Charles said that the 7 horse, right? Charles is going to go wire to wire.
The 7 horse is going to go wire to wire.
So let's just see if indeed that's the case here. According to our recency numbers, looks to me like Jeff the Lion, perfect wager. Well, it looks to me like everything but the 1 or 5 has a shot to get up towards the front. Really isn't what you would call, because you don't have an E or EP type, so we don't have a pilot co-pilot type. Just a couple co-pilots with the 4 and the 6. Those look like the 3 horse, which is your pressure closer type, otherwise AKA known as a left arrow horse. The horse might get up there early on. Late speed. Looks like you got number 1 Pistol Box in Danville. There's your 7, Charles. Might have some late speed to go along with. Middle of the road, early speed, as far as the complete picture looks like. 7 horse does have a 7-point advantage over everybody else. So wouldn't be surprised to see Danville be difficult to beat at all. Let's take a look at what the simulated odds are telling us here, Charles, too, and what the simulated odds and race number 4. Let's highlight race number 4. According to the sim odds here, Charles, boy, that 7 horse looks like a standout by itself. Looks like the odds should really be closer to 1 to 2. And instead, right now, I think it's 4 to 5, something like that.
It's 1 even money. Yeah,
it's even money. So even at even money, it's a double overlay.
Yeah. I mean, I have to agree with Terry on one thing. I think the 6 is going to be tough, but I do think that the 7 will sit probably second until about the half-mile point and then take over.
Terry, what do you think? What horse you liking here?
Well, I had a hard time deciding between the 6 and the 7. I basically picked the 6 because I thought it would be a little better odds, which it appears to be. So sometimes I do that when I have horses I think are pretty close to one another.
As far as, I mean, just taking a look real quick here at our simulations, we see this time and time again, and it kind of works out for us a little bit. But you see the really high comfort zone score for the 7 horse in here. Danville should really get a race that's very much fitting its preferred running style. Got that overlay in there. The only thing that concerns me a touch in here, Charles, is I don't think, based upon the recency bias in terms of speed, early speed, and according to our 1,000 simulations, it doesn't look to me like that pace setter at all. If we're going to go for a pace setter type, I would say right now it looks to me like maybe the 3 or the 4 probably going to be likely pace setters. The 3 horse, again, being a left arrow horse, Charles. I'm a big fan of those left arrow horses. So the 3 or the 7, perhaps, maybe we got a little bit of value in the 3 guys. What do you think?
The 3 is actually my first alternate.
That's your first alternate?
Yeah, and I like the 2 as my 3rd pick. So
let's go back here and take a look at this 3 horse, see if there's anything that we like in the 3 horse up in here. Well, that last race, yeah, I would like to see something a little bit better out of that last race. Jockey does stay in there, though. Michael Boyce, decent trainer, pretty good trainer in these parts. At Hawthorne, best race it's run at 87. So, I probably want to see something better out of that horse, guys, before I would want to back that one.
Well, let's look at the 2 again, just for the.
But he is 27-1, guys. Maybe a $3 bet on that one. On the 3 horse.
Oh, we could.
As you look at the 3 horse, it's got a shot to be on the lead here, folks. If he runs back to form, may not look like it on the in the PPs. It looks to me like he's got at least a chance to get to the lead.
Good odds.
And if we look at the, let's take again another look at the Excel sheet here. Let me find it. The show odds sheet. 3 horse in here does show that it has it's got a good shot to get the lead there too. I think it's potentially one that is a contender in there, and even the sim odds in here say it should be 15-1, and we're getting 27-1, guys. Should we take a flyer? Maybe put $2 on the 3 horse to win? I mean, right now we're doing all right.
Well, what about the 4? If you're going to do something like that.
The 4 horse at 18-1 should get a pretty good trip too. Let's go back and look at the 4 horse in here. 4 horse, yeah, one of those pressure horses. So doesn't necessarily need the lead. But if you look at the 3 and the 4 here, Charles, the 3 horse definitely has a little bit better late pace too to go along with it. So I think there's a better chance that the 3 can stay up to the front if it gets to the front and maintain that because of that late pace. Let's look at the PPs and see if maybe we got a little bit of something in there on the past performances to give us some indication of what to expect. Another one that kind of ran poorly last time out, though one of the things that can maybe label as an excuse, it did run competitively into the stretch against allowance $31,000 company. So here we have a horse that's dropping in class, going back down to 10,000 after being claimed at 8,000, running at Turfway Park. So maybe this is a fit for this horse, the 4 horse.
I like the races before. It was very competitive. And I think it just ran over its head this last race.
Very possible. Do we go with a flyer here, Charles?
I mean, if you guys want to, I mean, I don't see anyone beating the 7 period. But if someone held a gun to my head and said, pick a long shot, I'd pick the 4.
So, well, I wouldn't do that 3 and 3. I would probably do maybe like we can look it up real fast here. Let's put up a Dutch bet calculator and see if we use both of them. What happens? Because we can do win, play, show. There goes a Dutch. Let me Google this thing up in here real quick. Google Dutch win calculator. It helps if I spell correctly. Sorry, folks. Dutch and calendar. All right. Profit, if any. All right. How much are we going to bet here? Combined stakes. So we're going to put in $10.
Yeah.
10. So we have 1-1 and 1-1 and 17 per one. So it says to put $5. So 5 and 5. It looks like on there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and even then, if the 7 horse wins, we probably lose a little bit of money on that bet.
Yeah.
Maybe we do the 3 in the 4, right? What happens if we put the 3 in there? Well, 3 is what? 20, 24, 27 to 1?
21 to 1.
21 to 1. It's folks watching are tuning in. So if we do that, hit an update, it converts automatically. I don't think this is working, Terry.
Oh.
There we go. That's 100. Well, it's not working. So the heck with this Dutch calculator. Let's find another one that might actually work. All right, there you go. Thank you. Boy, it's decimal price. We don't want decimal price because I can't convert it to decimal. Next. I mean, I could if I had a time form. Right, that should be in the U.S., I would suspect. All right. Why do they get decimal time? Right. Fractional odds. 1 to 1. All right, so let's put this one at 1 to 1. And at, what's that one? The 3 horse? Right now, Terry, the 4 horse?
It's 21.
20 to 1.
This one's, first one's 6 to 5.
You 6 to 5 now?
Yeah.
All right, so
Why don't you just put 10 to win on the 7 and put 2 to win and 2 to place on either the 4 or the 3?
you could do that, Charles. What do you think? 8 on the 7, 2 on the 3, 2 on the 4. I think the 4 horse.
Yeah, 4's better.
Yeah, so we'll put 8 on the 7 and 2 on the 4.
Well, why don't you? Well, I was going to say put 10 on the 7 and go 2 to win and 2 to place on the 4. Because then if you get the 7 win and the 2 comes in, I mean the 4 comes
All right,
second.
put 2 to win in place on the 4.
On the 4, 10 to win.
10 to win 7, 2 to win in place on the 4.
Because I think if the long
And
shot,
then here we got $20 on the 7 for Hawthorne, for Team Hawthorne.
okay, yeah.
And then he's only got one more bet left, so he's going to have to come home with the next 2. Otherwise, Team Horse Racing today is going to take the inaugural track challenge. We'll have to do more
I
of
don't
these.
know. Don't say that yet, because we're going to start really doubling down now.
We can't. We're not allowed to reinvest proceeds.
Oh,
Those were the rules. $100, just like we do on the show, Charles. Play by the rules.
well, I mean, how much we bet so far?
I don't know how
10.
much we've bet so far.
10, 20, 30.
I think we've been betting basically 10 a race. How did your 11 do, by the way? He
Won.
won. Good. We gave you that 11.
The 7 horse there, I needed for the pick 5. I had all next race. I was paying like $7,000 to the cheapest.
So you're still alive?
No, I just got beat by. They left the longest shot in the board, beat me right there.
Before, right?
Before, yes. Good money. So this one, I wonder, did you have that 55-1, Julia? That one got DQ'd into that win, but they have no Team HRT. That's right, Corey. You smart people know where to go. Team HRT.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good again at Keeneland.
Well, we'll be back to Keeneland both days next week,
Woo.
Charles. But, you know, the great folks here at Hawthorne.
Yeah, I know.
I knew Terry was going to be in Chicago.
I'm doing good here, too.
I reached out to a wonderful lady by the name of Rhonda. If you're ever here and you go to the $500 or the live wagering contest that they have where you can win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship at All the Club Hawthorne, I go to one in Oak Brook where they have some great food. I haven't had a chance to eat the food here yet because we've been busy, obviously. First fighting with technology, now fighting with the horses, but doing all right. So hopefully that continues to hold the track. But wanted to make sure I got back together with my good friend Terry. And Charles, unfortunately, he was going to think about joining us, but he had to stay home and watch The Dog. And
The Dog.
And listen to all of his Katy Perry music as he cried by himself in misery. I am moving. All right. All right. So anyway,
I got to get back to watch American Idol.
Yeah. Are you going to be the next contestant?
Yes.
Yeah, you should.
I think we got about a minute. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm.
All right, Terry. So how you liking Hawthorne, my friend?
I like it, and the people here have been really great to us. You know, they've been very accommodating. I just really like the, atmosphere here and the way that they've treated us. Everything looks pretty cool. With the construction going on, they're doing a great job of keeping this place nice, and it's got a lot of nice seats there here. And I'd love to come here more often.
Yeah, I'll definitely be coming more often too. Funny story. This is the first track I ever came to when I was going to college here. Somebody who I knew that pretends they don't know me anymore because they can't forget that last name, Biegelmeyer, right? I mean, that's, it's like Smith. It's just populates the phone book, man. But Joe Christofuk and I came here when I was a sophomore or a junior in college. We went to school together, and the first track I ever came to. And it looks, back then it looks a lot different than it did back then, because back then this was just like a cavern. Right, you just came in; it was just like a big, empty, warehouse, and then you went out to the track, and so it's definitely, two enthusiastic thumbs up on what they've done so far, and there's $400 million more to go. So I would expect that when I come back after they spend that $400 million, then it'll be even better.
Sure will, yeah. And I love, I love going to all the tracks, all the ones I can. I believe this is the 79th track that I've been to since I started 60 years ago. And so it's part of my bucket list is to see all the tracks in North America.
I can't hear you.
I said the next time we're coming to Hawthorne, Julie will have to join us. The more the merrier. We can get an extra seat, maybe another computer. Now that we've got to figure out how to do it, and we might be able to actually get up live and get going right away instead of really fighting it at the beginning. That was fun, but we got it going now, guys. So hopefully we can continue our win streaks. And that's what we. If we had Bet Charles as one, I hate as much as I hate to admit this, Terry. But if we had Bet Charles as one in that first race, we'd be 3 for 3.
Yes,
race 4?
Yes, we would be.
You will be 4 for 4 right now in a minute.
Well, Charles, you know what they say about the sun shining on a dog's rear end once in a while, my friend.
It's been shining on it for a while now. I mean, I've been hot.
Got to ride it when you're hot, that's for sure, man.
Ride it.
Yes, indeed. Press your bets. My good friend Joe G's dad always told me, man, press your bets when you're winning, and as soon as you lose, reset back to your original units.
Your usual pattern of units, yes.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely been a lesson well learned and taught. You like challenges, which I like to be challenged. It's in my nature to be a little bit competitive. At times, a little too competitive.
I'm pretty competitive. I love to challenge too. So
I mean, I personally don't like competitive. I don't like to be competitive at all.
No. Oh, I don't. I mean,
No.
you are, you're busy off there tearing up listening to Katy Perry, so that doesn't surprise us at all, Charles. You would think by now, Charles, you would learn just to leave me be, my friend.
I can't.
I have that effect. All right, let's. I'm going to work now on getting the data set for that next race. Terry, we got a scratch coming up in race 5, right?
yes, we do. In the next race, in the 5th race, number 2 is scratched. And it appears to me they scratched the number 1 in this last race.
Right now?
With the late scratch, yes.
Well, we don't have the 1 anyway, so.
No, we don't.
So the 2 is scratched in the next race, Terry. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, yeah. In the 5th race, the 2 scratched.
I think you might be muted, though.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you.
Okay, number 2 is scratched.
Now I can hear you, Terry. Yes, indeed. The 2 is scratched. Can you hear me, Charles?
I could hear you, unfortunately.
Wow, you finally got a ding in there. Good job, Charles.
Well, it looks like they're coming up to the gate to load in.
I'm working on some more data, too, when Terry gets back. Terry, when are you back, by the way?
When I'm back?
When are you back in California?
Oh, I'll be back Saturday morning.
Okay, so you're leaving soon then?
Yeah. Or, no, not Saturday. I'm sorry. Monday.
You'll be back
we're
Monday.
leaving here Saturday.
Oh, so you'll be, and it's going to take you 2 days to get back to California?
Well, we're going to stop off and see another one of her relatives. So in Las Vegas.
Nice. Terry's just going on the complete degenerate tour. Tracks in Vegas, baby.
That's right.
Okay, there they go. There they go. They're off.
All right, they're off. Well,
Yeah.
looks like we're going to have
The 3 took the lead, the 4 sitting second, and the 7 sitting third.
Well, we didn't put any money on that 3, so we better hope that the 4 is the one that takes it.
Well, I mean, you got the 3 and the 4. They're battling it up there.
Well, let's see what these opening fractions look like. 24 and 23. Not
Yeah.
that fast.
Well, faster than the last race.
But what I don't like about our 4 is that the jockey's asking him, and the jockey on the 3 is standing straight up. That 3 is going to have more horse when they come out of the turn. The question is, and the 7 horse is done. At least right now he is anyway.
Yeah.
Either that or he just moved wide, but he certainly
He dropped
kind
back.
of funky move, yeah. But maybe the jock felt like they were going a little too fast. Coming out of the turn, they go.
He's making a move now.
The 6 horse is moving the best on the screen.
Yes.
Though the 7 now is starting to make its move. So, but the jockey's all out on the 7. I mean, he's asking for the 7. Although the 3 is continuing to fight on right there. The question is he going to be able to hang in there?
No, the 6 took the lead right now.
Yeah, the 7 is now taking over.
Now the 7's
I don't
right
know.
there.
That 3 on the rail is hanging tough.
No, the 7's got the lead.
What are you watching? I think the 4 is going to win, Charles.
Look at that 4.
There goes that 4, baby.
Look at that 4.
How
Yeah.
about that? 4, 7, 3. Or is that? No, that's the 2
No,
horse.
that's not the 4. That's the 2.
That's the 2, yes. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm all like, how is that the 4?
No, that's the 2 horse. Well, the lighting is a little bit dark in here, as you can tell, because I'm not my normal Casper the Ghost looking self. Tornado watch. Ooh, check your weather radar. Hope the storm misses you guys. Yeah, they did say a little bit later on the weather was supposed to get a little tough. So. All right. So how much have we bet so much, Jerry?
We bet $14. 10 to win.
No, how much have we bet in total?
Oh, let me count. $44.
All right, so we have 56 left. They
Yes.
got only one bet left.
That's right.
So when that bet is over, we can. So how much do we have? How much do we have now in total, Tim? Are we up? We're down? We're sideways?
I don't track of the money.
Have you cashed any of the vouchers
No, I can do that though. Why don't I
Don't
do that?
catch them at the end.
yet? Yeah, just keep. Yeah, because we don't want to mingle the money.
Yeah, we don't want to
All
make
So Are you keeping track then, Charles, on how much we've won so far?
No, I haven't. No.
Just want to make it a surprise.
Yeah, make it a surprise.
Well, he's got in what race is left for him? Race number 6, $30 to win. Ooh. So he can come back if that horse come back and beat us. That 30 to 1, $30 on that.
Yeah.
So maybe we should bet 30 on that one to win too. Lock in the W. I promised him we wouldn't do that, but hey,
I like that.
a W is a W, and all the people who took Team HRT would expect no less from me.
That's right.
Yeah, that one's my second choice in that 6th race, and that 2 just won with my third.
We'll worry
choice.
about the 6th race. It looks like this 3 horse is just going to be a giant favorite coming up in this race now, right? Race number 5.
Yeah.
Race number 5. Yeah. I'll give you a little foreshadowing. He's not in my picks.
You learned a word from me, I see, Charles.
What's that? Not your picks.
Foreshadowing. I know that too many syllables for that to be in your vocabulary, my friend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anything past 2 syllables, you know Charles heard it somewhere else.
That's right.
Just kidding. Charles is a great guy, man.
Hey, I cleaned up that outhouse for you.
Yeah, I can't wait to come down there. Yeah, it's sure looking to me like this 3 horse is going to be a giant favorite coming up in the next race, unfortunately. So let me go ahead. I'm getting the show odds. While I get the show odds going here, guys, why don't you take them through the horses, Terry?
Okay.
Let me pull it up on the screen. Here we go. All right, Terry, fire away, man.
All right. So in that 5th race now, in that first horse. Let me get to my 5th race here.
80, you can see it's right here.
All right, you're gonna move it up for me then, right? Anyway, on the first horse there, it's been out 3 times. Last race it ran 4th by 19 lengths, so it was 1 mile and 70 yards. So this race is how far is this race?
This race is a mile. That's a 6 furlong race.
So
and again, at 6 furlongs, you got to look for that speed because you're expecting to open, or 65% of horses go wire to wire.
And this horse showed a lot of speed in the shorter races, so you just never know about what's going to happen. He ran here at Hawthorne all 3 times, and he's had 2 seconds. So what do you think about that second horse there, Charles?
First that number 1 horse also, I think if you just toss out that race, that puts this horse right there in the thick of things. The 2 horse.
So you're saying, Charles, if we pop out this last race here at Hawthorne, maiden claim in 15.
Yeah,
maiden claim in 15, so it's running at the same level. Toss that one out. That was the first time off the claim for trainer Javier Hernandez. And second off the claim, only 1 out of 10. And going sprint 0 for 18. So maybe we need something new out of that one.
And you also look at where he went from 5 furlongs to 5.5 furlongs. At that 5.5 furlongs, he went faster than they did the 5 furlongs at the 5 furlong mark. So, I mean, he's really back at his game, which is sprinting.
Well, do you see? Well, you're right about that. He went long coming back to the sprint. He doesn't have a workout since that last race. So I'm a little bit. I want to see one.
I do too.
Okay.
All
right. The 2 here, though, first time starter. The Dam has 3 winners from 4 starters. Yeah, that's about as much as you could ask from her. You got a top jockey here. The works look pretty solid overall, but I think you're going to need to have some racing behind you. But I think as a first timer, you got to at least look at him, or her, I should say, to have a shot at piece of the pie here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I looked at it pretty hard, and I liked it as my 3rd pick. The workouts are, average. The Dam has 3 winners from 4 starters, and the trainer wins 30% of the sprints that he enters the horse in. So the jockey's been doing real well in the last 7 days.
Since you got this guy, this is the scratch
I can't hear you.
It's the scrap.
That's right. That's the
We don't got
scrap.
that guy. So we're going to
All
go
right.
on to Crystal Snow. And according to the simulator, which we'll pull up in just a minute, you're going to see that this one is a huge favorite.
Yeah. I basically, that's my top choice. She drops in class today. She switches to high percentage winning jockey. She has the highest last speed rating. And, that last race wasn't too bad because it ran against some 30,000 maiden claimers. It showed the speed for most of the race and just faded there at the end. And it's had a workout since then. So
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this wording right here. Highest last rest speed figure and dropping in class. Pick many a winner.
I can't hear you. You went out.
I was just using Terry's mic. So
Oh.
dropping in class, March 30th. Then it has a workout afterwards. So I think this horse will still be fit. Probably going to live up to the low odds that it'll have. Be competitive for the win.
Okay, well, it's not on my radar.
Why not?
I think there's faster horses in here.
Well, we'll look at some speed coming up. So what are your thoughts about the 3 overall?
The 3 overall does have some speed, but it's all on all weather tracks and going long also. If you go back to his 2 dirt races, he would be nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Well, he actually had 3 of them here, right? Hawthorne, that one was supposed to be on the turf.
yeah, but those
He did run a little better than that.
So,
All right, so Charles says no on that guy, even with a weight break. So let's go on down to number 4, Evie Jean. 0 for 17. Only a win. A second and a third.
yeah, I mean, the horse could close. He has that. She has that ability, but a 5-year-old maiden, and she has to close on a track that's showing speed bias. It's going to be tough for her today.
Yeah, the trainer has a hard time winning with maidens, so yeah, I would pass on this.
Okay, that was great. So let me see if I can find anything that I like in this one. Regressed across the board here. They show a little bit of interest late here, maybe passing. Broke out, 2 wide, swung 6 wide, maybe a little cleaner trip. Of course, he's moving up in class, right? Yeah, to maiden 15. Yeah, the trainer must have saw something I didn't see to move it up to. Song in America. Charles?
All right. Well, I like this horse. Okay, it's 9-2 in the morning line. Did have some time off in the first race back. Stumbled badly at the break. And then it ran ninth by 18, which wasn't good. But it does have a lot of early speed in the past races. Just never have finished in the money. So it's not one that I would play with my.
Not when you're backing?
No.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my top 2 choices. I had 2 horses here, and this horse here, I think he's got tons of speed. I think he's got a class drop, a really nice class drop here. Got tons of speed. He got a hot jockey last 7 days on him, on her, and I think she's going to be tough to beat. But I do think there's one other horse that could beat it.
Well, let me look at something here real quick. So you got maiden special weight dropper. Was running at Tampa and Colonial, so I would say at least par, maybe a little bit of a track dropper today. And then everything else we looked at so far, maiden claiming 30 at Turfway, so maybe a little bit of a track dropper. Maiden claiming 15. So far the only MSW dropper. So that's certainly something you want to pay attention to as the biggest drop in horse racing. But it looks like you got a little bit of company from the 6 horse, Lunar Archie, because that are also a maiden special weight dropper, who in its debut ran a 61 speed figure versus a 59. Stumbled at the break, so I would expect at the 5 horse, maybe that number was better if it ran better from the start.
Yeah, although I do like the 6. I like that first race it had. It's got a really good jockey and a pretty good trainer. 33% trainer. First time maiden claiming. This trainer has 27% wins, and it's got a fairly decent workout on April 9th. It was heavily bet in its first race, and it was 2 to 3 wide on the turn. Got drops in class, and some of these others have done, but its best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters.
Yeah,
This is the one you like right here, off the Larry Rebelli.
Yeah, the
claiming 31%.
Yeah, the 6 is my pick here. I like this horse. Ran even in her last race. You got a really good trainer that knows what he's doing here. He's got second career race, 22%. Maiden claiming gets 31%. So in this horse, I think she learned a lot in that last race, and especially with the drop in class today. With the other speed horses in here, the 3 mainly, and then the 5 pressuring that horse, I think the 6 could sit right there about 3rd or 4th, and around the turn take over.
Well, I have to say I do like the fact that this horse had a workout on April the 9th. That workout, 4 furlongs, 49-3, although circled up to the 5 horse here, Song of America, and it also had a workout on April the 9th, was the 48-1, 9 fastest of 43. So Song of America training a little bit better, maybe would face tougher before coming here. So that's something to keep an eye on. And you're certainly getting better odds right now. Well, one's 5-2, the 6 the other's 3. So anyway, let's move on to number 7. Another horse that's coming in from Gulfstream, track dropper. And
He's in late pick 4, wagering kicks off here in race number 5.
Well, it's never beat a horse yet.
Hasn't beat a horse?
No, not beat a horse yet. Been 28 lengths behind, 27 lengths behind. It really shocked me if it got up close there.
So it hasn't beat a horse yet. He's going to beat one today, Charles?
No, matter of fact, he will finish dead last.
He's going to finish. Well, just looking on the screen, that 3 horse is really shiny and very dapper. Number 8, Belly Fire. Charles?
Well, this horse has a little speed, but, it really hasn't shown much. It always seems like he quits on a dime. So I need to see more from this horse to even think about it.
Yeah,
made a special weight dropper.
Yeah, he's my long shot. I like that 6 furlong race on the 20th of July last year, but he has been off for a whole long time. Does have a nice workout on the 13th and another one on the 6th of April. He's been working out steadily towards this race. And he's got a decent jockey, and the trainer has done pretty well, 25% in trainer.
So 7 workouts, 3, 6, 10, 14, 19, 24, 28 furlongs. So works. The horse should be fit, Charles. Any chance that it can improve?
He could be fit, and I just don't see this horse doing much damage here.
All right, last but not least, Twick or Tweet, tongue twister.
Well, this is another horse, but he's done a little bit better. He's beat 1 horse in his career. Been beat by 53 lengths and 33 lengths. I really don't see anything unless he shows a bunch of improvement in this race. I don't think he is going to do much.
Unless she got the good hay last night, huh?
Or she did, yeah.
Yeah, this horse will beat 1 horse. It'll be the 7.
He's going to beat the other one that never lost one before. Never beat anyone before.
That's what I'm saying. He'll beat that one.
So looking at our simulated odds, and again, some of these horses only ran once or twice, so the data is not as deep as I'd like for it to be. But Crystal Snow has a pretty big overlay. It looks at me maybe 1 to 5, 2 to 1.
It's 3 to 2 right now.
3 to 2, so you are getting an overlay right there. But if you're looking for speed, and again, 63% of the horses that get the lead win. And the 5 horse, according to this, has an 82% chance to be up on the front.
And that's who I think is going to be the leader.
Chance to get a
a trip that it very much likes. What do you think about that?
I think the 5 will be the leader at the quarter pole. Yes.
So you think the 5's going to take the lead? All right. So let's look at the other sheet that we do here. Our weight in the winner's circle worksheet. We're in race 5, right?
That's correct.
So in race, so the 2 horses not in here, so we can see that. Looking at it, a 3 or the 5 need the lead, and it looks like based upon the races they have in the book so far, it is going to be the 3, the 5 on the lead maybe with the 3, and then the 8 horse should be competitive.
I think it will be.
Late speed belongs to the 6, then the 4, then the 3. As far as the complete race picture goes, 3, 6 are your top 2 competitors. A little bit of an advantage over everybody else. So, Charles, you like the 6 horse, is that right?
Yes.
Terry?
I like the 3.
Terry likes the 3. And for me, I think the value is on the. It doesn't matter, 5 or the 6.
Doesn't matter really to me.
They're both about the same. So what do you? I think the 6 with that late pace second start probably steps up a little bit to be a little bit more competitive out of the gate, knowing that you got to go wire to wire. I'm going to settle on a 6.
Well, that's fine. It's my second choice, so I have no problem with that.
Charles?
Okay.
Is that the one you like?
I like the 6.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So we all went 6, 6, 6. So I think maybe we should do something else.
No, I went 3, and I just agreed with you guys that you have both of you on the 6.
So, Terry, what we put 10 on this 5 and 5 again, or do you want to go?
What is he? How much is he?
Right now, the 6 horse is 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
And
Go win.
He's gonna win.
Just go win.
Yeah.
So you just want to do 10 win?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, 10 win. That'll leave us some money for the last 3 races.
Yeah, that'll leave us $40.
56. So
Yeah, 56. Yeah, so we can bet aggressively in the last 3 races.
Yeah. So that's
Because we'll know exactly where they are after the next race because his budget is done on that one.
Yep. So number 6.
10 to win on the 6. That's where we're at.
Don't worry, I have a long shot in the last race.
We're never worried with you. Where do you pull us out? We're in the lead right now, Charles.
I know.
All thanks to me.
Oh, Lord. Lord help us.
Yeah, well, we do need some help. But all right, so I'm actually enjoying myself doing this, Terry. I thought we'd actually get to play some bets ourselves, but unfortunately, no. It's amazing how fast 20 minutes goes when you're sitting here doing this.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
told
know.
my wife that I said, "No, don't worry, I won't be betting anything but with."
Terry says, "Don't worry." He got the text from Honey Bunny with the poison and the X through it.
Uh-huh.
Yes, tell him it said bets with the poison and then an X through it. Like no bets, Terry.
Yeah, and I just told her, "No, don't worry about it." Oh, no way that I'll have time to make any bets.
No, so basically what you just said is I put everything on it, so you're walking home, honey.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
So how many minutes we got to this one?
We got 2 minutes. We could cover something there. You want to put any plugs out there? Anything you need to do?
Well, again, tomorrow, Tom and I will be back for 4 and Friday. So make sure you tune in for that. That'll be 1 o'clock Eastern. As Thomas said, we are going to do Newberry tomorrow. Yes, Newberry, he had mentioned. It is the return of my favorite international horse, Hurricane Lane. So you can just circle that one. And as they say on the south side here in Chicago, you can put that one on the board. Yes. And then on Saturday, Jerry, are you going to join us Saturday or no? You'll be traveling, right?
Yeah, I'll be traveling.
So we're going to reach out and get a third person. Probably we'll see if Chris Parmalee wants to join us for our attempt to take down another one of those big jackpots on a pick 5, pick 6, pick 4. Maybe we'll just do the Keeneland late pick 4, Charles, since you're so hot down there in Kentucky.
Fuego.
In Fuego. Just fire. You're not on fire, just fire. And then, of course, Monday. Are you going to join me again Monday, Terry, or no?
No, I think Charles will do it.
So it'll be Charles and I again. I know everybody loves that combination.
I'll be back for
So Terry will be back Tuesday. So Charles and I will again go after Parks. And again next week, Sean and Julie return. And Sean and Jamie, excuse me. I understand too, Sean, if you're still listening, brother, can you put a little bit of the commentary for me about what's going on Saturday in Instagram so we can point everybody that way? If Sean's not listening, I'll text him and tell him to do so. But we're gonna have a Instagram takeover on Saturday, and we'll have more details on that. But it should be a fun thing to pay attention to. Make sure you hit the subscribe button while you're here on YouTube. Also, follow us on Instagram specifically for that at Horse Race the number 2 day, Horse Race 2 day. Sean will get all the details out to you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of our social media stuff so you can pay attention to what's going there and you can check out that Instagram takeover on Saturday. I'll ask him about it right now.
All right.
And then, of course, the Kentucky Derby's coming up. We're going to get together and talk about maybe having a Kentucky Derby handicapping seminar and just an overall handicapping seminar, how we like to look at the horses. I'll look at some of the statistical stuff. Terry can talk about some of the angles. Friend Tom will tell you what you're looking for and some resources on international invaders. And then Charles will take you through the perspective of a trainer and see if indeed you can pick up some. And I, of course, with my expertise on looking at horses and what they look like in the paddock, I can tell you about body language, sheen, sweat, just looking at the horses, which ones are going to win, Charles.
I've been watching a lot of workout videos of all the Kentucky Derby and Oaks contenders. And boy, there a lot of horses are stepping up to the plate. They're really doing that. They got some nice action going when they do their 5 furlongs or half a mile workouts. And it's going to be very interesting 2 races. I can tell you that.
Well, one thing I remember Mike Smith telling us when we used to do the podcast on Thursday nights when Mike joined us is he mentioned that you have to really, in the week of the Kentucky Derby, pay attention to how the horses train, because how horses train at Churchill Downs is typically how they run in that race. So, you know, that's a great idea to pay attention to those. And maybe, Charles, maybe you could put together some notes of some of the stuff that you're seeing that we could put up together at horseracingtoday.net to share with everybody. Since you're looking at all that stuff, that'd be a fantastic value add. When Terry gets back on Monday, Terry and Charles are going to work on, we're going to put together a matrix where we're going to try our best to do all the horse classifications for every race so we know who's moving up and down in class at the track, maybe some subtle class drops that you can't pick up in the condition book, but you can see it in the performance on the track. And then we're going to try to overlap that with horses that run at different tracks just to get a general sense of how much the speed figure should move up or down based upon a horse that says go from Santa Anita to Churchill. Do we find that those speed numbers typically go up 2 or 3 points, down 2 or 3 points?
Right.
So we're going to try to put this matrix together. It's going to take us a bit, so we're going to do 2-3 months probably before we get it up and running. And, of course, we're going to work on getting all of this data that we do available for every track at every time. We'll have some more information on that coming up. We're probably going to do a Kickstarter campaign. And, of course, for those who help us on the Kickstarter campaign, you know, there will be something that you get a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, lifetime membership to all of that content and data and anything else that we add down the line. So please keep an eye out for all that because we're trying to, you know, bring some stuff to the races that you can't find anywhere else.
That you don't find anywhere.
Like the comfort zone, man. The other day, the comfort zone, Charles, what did it have for us? The overlay, we had a 50-1 winner on an overlay.
Yes, we had a 50-1 winner on an overlay, and that $88 horse was second in the comfort zone. Right. It was off by like 1% off the leader in the comfort zone. So there you go.
6 says Wilfredo Pantoja says that the 6 is money at Hawthorne, right. And that's who we're on. We're on the 6 horse. So great minds, Wilfredo, think alike. Absolutely. So that breaks the 666 for us too. Gets us off of that devil number. Gets us to the winning number.
The 8 is acting up back there. Doesn't want to do things.
Looks like he might go in now.
Yeah.
So looking at the odds board, the 3 horses, your 8-5 favorite right now, 3-2. The 5 horse, 7-2 as your third choice. The 6 horse at 2-1 is your second choice. The 1 horse is 9-1. Just went to 10-1. So right now you have 3 horses that are 7-2, 2-1, and 7-5. Everybody else is double digits. This sniffs to me of a race where a bomb hits, Charles.
Now the 9's messing around. Okay.
So it looks like they're all loaded on the screen here, Charles.
Yep. They are.
And I hear the bell, and off they go. And out of the gates, we do find that the 3-horse is your leader, followed closely by the 5. Again, if we looked at our statistics here, it did look like the 5-horse and the 3-horse would be your competitors for the lead, with the 8-horse maybe being in there as well. Crystal Snow, that 3-horse on the lead. The 6-horse, I don't know, did he get a funky break? Because it looks like he's rushing up now to me, Charles.
No, he's doing fine. I mean, yeah, he broke pretty even.
Yeah, but he looked like he rushed up the rail to me for some reason there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to make up a lot of ground here late. 21-2 though is pretty fast though. I wouldn't be surprised if something closed into that because that's a pretty quick time.
Yeah, the 5 has got that lead pretty in hand right now.
Well, the 3-horse.
Is it the 3?
Yeah, the 3-horse. You said the 5. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't
Okay, I thought it was the 5. But okay.
Yeah, no, the 3's running away with this one, folks. 1-1, the 3-horse is your winner. 5-horse is really starting to shorten stride and go sideways. Looks like this 1-horse with that late kick is going to come home for second. So the 3-horse is an easy winner. The gray again. If you remember my pre-race commentary about the gray horse there, I said that the horse was shiny and all dappled up. 2 for 2 on my horse body language, Terry.
That's right, you are. That was my first pick, the 3.
So I guess we go to Terry now for the rest of the picks because
Yeah,
Charles, he had the first one we missed, then we went with Charles. Now we missed, myself and Mr. Charles. So I guess it's all Terry the rest of the way. What do you say, Charles?
You'll see my winners coming. Don't you worry.
356 for Nate. He had an $800 trifecta in order. Let's go. And the 1-horse came in there. And again, if I remember correctly, that 1-horse scored out pretty well for late kick, right, Terry? Wasn't he the top late kick horse? The 1-horse, late pace, Zeta A. No, he wasn't with that. That's a surprising win for me, kind of. Okay. One thing I've missed here, Terry, and this could be in my haste of trying to make everything happen at once. Here we have the weight of the winner's circle on the screen here. You see the 3 and the 5 want to be on the lead, right? The 4 was a closer. The 6, 7, 8, 9, those horses so far haven't come close to winning, not within 5 lengths of the leader. You had a lone P horse in there. Those horses many times outperform because they just get a really strong race shape that fits their running style. And that absolutely happened for the 1 there.
Yeah, and that's why we need to get this information as you get it at night, so you can look at it and really be
dig
able
in.
to dig into it. Yeah.
So let's look ahead to race number 6. Do we have any scratches in race 6, Terry?
No.
Race 6, no scratches.
No 6. So just looking at the shape here in race number 6, again, the 5-horse is an E horse and the 6-horse, meaning when they've won in the past, they've done so with 1s. They've been the pilot. There's not a co-pilot, so the 5 and the 6 have been, at least to date, recency, lead dependent. The 1 and the 3, they're not ones that want to get to the lead. They're co-pilots. They want to sit in the comfort of letting other people do the work up front and then try to capitalize as the race goes on. But they don't want to get too far back. You got a trio of PCs. These are the most versatile horses. They can win from the front sometimes, from the middle, or from the back. This group of horses a lot of times produces winners, particularly if you get one of them by itself.
Yeah.
And then the 4-horse in here is your lone closer. If we're looking at the early speed in this race, I got that upside down. I'm sorry. Early speed, according to most recent numbers, belongs to the 2-horse Pinballer, which is your PC type, which makes that horse a left arrow horse. Between the 5 and the 6, it's a toss-up. So I could see a pretty competitive race when the gates open. I think the 2-horse is probably going to let the 5 and 6 get to the lead, sit comfortably behind them, and see if it can close at the end, run by them in the stretch, and try to outclose the 1 and the 8, as it has a pretty similar number. So the way I see the race going is the 5 and the 6 getting out to the lead, the 2 sitting behind it, 2 trying to make its move so it can get in front of the 6, the late closer, and the 8, and outrun those 2 to the wire, with those 2 closing at the end. as far as the complete race picture is concerned, got that one horse in there, Terry, the Lone Pressure horse, scoring out as the top horse with the 2. So maybe that 1-2 somewhere in there could be an interesting race. A little bit of a drop off to that next crew. So based upon the race shape, I haven't seen anything in terms of our other numbers, but I would look at the 2 horse there. I think it's probably going to get one of the better trips, and I'll get those trip numbers up in a minute. Meanwhile, Terry and Charles, take us through the horses in race number 6. And I know, Terry, a little bit of cheating here because that's what we do. Not really. But the one horse CFV Red Nova is the pick for Team Hawthorne.
That's right.
That's their last one of the day.
That's right.
So I'm going to step away for it, Terry. Can you take over this?
Yeah.
So I'm going to remove you so that you're not echoing, and I'm going to turn off your mic so you're not echoing in the system. All right, there you go, Terry. All right. Take my headphones. I'll be back.
All right. Okay, we got this race. We're going mile and 70 yards again, claiming price of $12,500. Purse is $14,000. And you want me to start off with the first one there, Terry?
Yeah, if you want to start off with CFV Red Nova.
Yeah, this horse definitely is going to be in the picture for me. I like this horse. He's one of my picks, but not my top pick. But this horse ran second last time out in a decent race. It's his 3rd start after a layoff. I really like that angle a lot. And the horse has better closing speed than he does early speed, I think. So I think this horse definitely has a shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like this horse. It has the highest last speed rating. It ran second last time. It has a pretty decent jockey. So yeah, it's a good pick. I really like it. But unfortunately, I think we made the deal that we wouldn't play the same horses as the Hawthorne people. So
Okay, so the 2 horse. This horse definitely has speed. I just don't know if this horse can handle a mile and 70. Every time he goes long, he doesn't do well, except for one time. So, and that was on turf. So, I'm going to say this is going to be your leader, but I think this horse could get caught. That's what I believe.
yeah, I agree with you there. He's not something. He's one of my alternate picks. So I think he'll actually pinball all the way down. Pinball back. So
Pinball back.
Yep. And then number 3 horse here, Dream Island. Dream Island. I like this horse, even at 8-1. This horse just won a race, first race back right here after being off since December. At a mile and 70 yards, same distance as today. And this horse has got 2 wins out of 3 starts at this distance. So likes the distance. And it's done really well here at Hawthorne, winning 2 out of 4 starts. So let's see what else.
Yeah, I like this horse a lot. But I think, I right now have it as my top choice, but, the only thing that scares me is the bounce factor, as they say.
Yeah.
He come back from that nice long layoff. He ran a really good race. He almost got caught at the end, but he ran a very good race. You can't fault him for it. He had plenty of rest now, I think. So I still like this horse. This is his 2nd start after a layoff. So I think I'll be beat. One of them to beat, 100%.
All right. And how about the number 4? What do you think about this?
Okay, well, this horse, I think, this horse is one of those tactical, but more of a closing type of horses, closing speed. So this horse, I really think is going to be flying at the end. It's his 3rd start after a layoff, which makes him pretty dangerous. The trainer gets 35% when he does the 3rd start after a layoff. So this horse could be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, I agree with that. As you said, the trainer does really well on that third race off. And the jockey in the last 7 days has finished in the money in 5 out of 8 starts. He's won 2 of those. This is actually my long shot for this race. And he ran a nice second this last race. Roman returns to ride him again. And
But you know what? He's the favorite of the race.
oh, he is right now, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That's I didn't expect him to be the favorite.
Neither did I.
I thought the 1 would be the favorite.
Actually, so did I. The 5 here.
I'm going to do all the my headphones. I'm going to do all the Excel stuff real quick. So
this
what horse are we on now, Charles?
We're on the 5 right now.
We're on the 5. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this horse has got some speed. Can hang with them pretty good. This one doesn't stop like the other horse does, like the 2, but I think this horse could be a little dangerous if he finds himself all by himself. But right now, he's not in my top 3 picks.
So we're on race number 6, right? Is that where we're at?
Yes.
Just want to make sure. Okay. Go ahead, Terry. Pick it up for me, buddy. I'm working on the statistics. You with us, Terry?
Number 6.
Number 6, Charles.
All right. The number 6 horse. Here's another horse that does have some speed for this type of race. So I actually see a little bit of a speed duel going on out there a little bit today. So I would not be shocked if you see 3 or 4 horses really pushing it today, and I expect to see them pushing it right around 24 flat, right around that number, or maybe 24.2, and I think they'll hit the half mile about 47 and change.
Yeah, but he's showed a lot of early speed, but he hasn't done too well here at Hawthorne. He's had 10 tries and he's never been in the money, so that's something that bothers me. He does have a weight drop to 115 pounds. Anyway, okay.
All right.
So you definitely want to see him do something at Hawthorne before you back that guy.
That's right. That's how I feel about it.
The 7 here, Uncle Nick. This horse, they add blinkers today, and I personally think this horse does need it, and I think he will improve with it because he has that tactical speed. So maybe he's the one that could sit 3rd or 4th, and with the blinkers on, be a little bit more focused on staying there instead of dropping back.
What do you think about Uncle Nick, Terry?
Well, he does switch to a nice high percentage jockey. He has best start speed among today's starters, actually tied with another horse. And as you say, blinkers are added. He's not done anything at Hawthorne, but he's only had 2 tries here. He hasn't done too well this year. He's got a really the last time he worked out, according to here, is January, so it's been a while. I would have liked to have seen some workouts here recently. So,
what classification here? Class 12.5.
Yeah.
So he ran 12.5 last time off the drop. You see regression everywhere except the end of the race.
Right.
Did improve, but did move forward relative to everybody else. Lost to, is that Gate Crew? Anyway, so he did finish some big, but he did get checked the first turn there, and maybe that disturbed his race a little bit. So maybe Uncle Nick has something up his sleeve today.
Could be, and he's trying a new jockey. He's tried a different jockey the last 3 times, or 4 times actually.
Well, it looks like Krista Ema has ridden him back here in the past, and did score a win on him at about 6.5 to 1. So he had a decent price.
Yeah, although that was on the turf. All right. Okay. The 8 horse, Command Central. He's shipping in from Turfway Park. He's never ran here, but this year he's won 2 out of 5 starts and has a 3rd. And the distance, he's had 2/3. The trainer wins 18% of the time that he ships a horse in. What do you think about him, Charles?
I mean, I think this horse definitely has a shot. This horse, has tactical speed, but I think personally he'll sit and make one big run at the end. I don't think he'll go out to the front. but I think he's definitely a horse to look at. When this trainer gets 19% going from all weather to dirt, so that's not a bad percentage to have in your corner.
No, and he has shown. There's been times that he showed early speed, and then there's other times that he's closed from really deep. So
Right.
he can be kind of versatile that way.
Yes.
All right, so let's look at race number 6, all of the data that we have. Let's look at overlays. Let's look at projected early speed, comfort zone, scores. As far as the overlays are concerned, this 8 horse over here, Command Central, gets a big overlay, maybe 1-to-1, fair odds, and a really strong comfort zone score.
He does, yeah. I like the 8 quite a bit, so it looked pretty good to me, pretty nice. So, what do you think, Charles?
Well, I have him as my third choice. I think he definitely has a shot.
Yeah, he's actually my third choice also. So, anyway.
Any other things in here, like the 8 horse, the 3 horse Dream Island? Looks like you're getting fair value.
Yeah, he's.
And then everything else looks like you're bidding up for them.
Right, and there's 3 or 4 of the horses have good C zones. W zone. What's a W zone?
It's just this sheet. I didn't put it in the other one.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was C zone, W zone. I thought C zone sounded better. So the C zone score shows up on the Google Sheets.
Oh.
This is the one that I used to copy and paste that night.
All right.
So that's why it gets a W. So it means it's in its winning running style. In this case, 81, in that horse, 81% chance to get a race pace where the horse has performed its best in the past.
All right.
So the race really should fit to where the horse wants to be. It should be a comfort
zone. Yeah, there's some pretty good comfort zone numbers in here. So,
and that 2 horse, remember that was the one that we looked at that we thought trip-wise should sit behind the speed and then try to get a jump on the closers as they come around the turn.
And that's
the way I see the 2 trying to run.
Yeah. So anyway,
and it looks like the fair odds, about 11-to-1. What is the 2 right now?
9-1.
So it looks like the odds a little bit of underlay.
Yeah.
At 9-1. What are the rest? Let me look at some of the rest of these odds. So looking at the odds, just straight up. So we know we're competing against the 1 horse, and if we win this one here, we're guaranteed winners. So do we just go with 30 on the 1?
Well,
or is that kind of
we told
doing the people who've been so good to us 30?
No, we told we wouldn't do that, didn't we?
Terry says no. The bad angel on my shoulder is saying don't listen to Terry.
Well, I don't know about Charles, but I like the 3 in here, Dream Island. So.
And Dream Island, looking at it, 8-to-1. But it doesn't look like it's in its comfort zone, Terry, or any chance to get to the lead.
No, that's true.
Well, I mean, it could get to the lead, but it hasn't shown so far that it's been adept at that. Yeah. Charles, which one do you like? Well, you don't get any say now, because I got beat after picking the winner.
I want to know
so it's all Terry now.
I want to know what Charles likes.
No. You know what? I don't have a say, and I'll tell you right when you place the bet what I say.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what do you like?
What do I like? Let me take a look at this a little bit deeper. We got how many? 6 minutes? 4 minutes? All right. So for me,
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I personally like the track dropper with a little bit of going to get a good chance to get towards the lead with Command. It does have that late pace, so I think you'll see him run a little bit faster up front today because of the track drop. To me, it's the 8 or the 2.
I like the 8 too. The 8's a part of my pick. So.
But which one do you
I'll
like?
go with the 8.
What do you have first?
Well, I have the 3, but I would go with the 8.
Why would you go with the 8?
Because you guys have kind of talked me into it. I mean, you pointed out some things like looking at this. I hadn't got a chance to see any of this till today.
Personally, I think the 2 is going to get just looking at the race shape, the 5 and the 6 go to the lead. The 2 has enough early pace to stay with him, sits right behind him, and then has just going to try to outclose the 2 closers, which are the 1 and the 2. So the 2 horse, the 2 late closers, you're looking at the 1 and the 8. So to me, the 2 and the 8, I take track dropper with the strong overlay with a great race season.
The 8's a track dropper, right? Yeah,
it's 3-1 right now, but we're getting 9-1 on the 2.
Well, we could do. We got $46, so we.
So you want to do? How about we do 10 on the 8 and 6 on the 2?
All right, to win.
To win.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you think, Jarvis?
We let him go place his bet.
Who are you going to bet? Oh, he's going to do it now.
I was going to tell you the 3 all the way.
Charles said the 3 all the way, Terry.
No, you. Well,
that was his top pick. That's my top
you eliminated me.
You guys, you want to go with the 3 instead?
No.
Terry overruled me. He said he's going 3. So what do you want to do? 3. 10.
5 and 5 on the 3.
5 and 5 on the 3.
Yeah, and then let's do.
Well, just do 5 and 5. All right.
Oh, you guys crack me up.
Hear the last race. I don't know if
you guys are
go out there and talk. All right, so as it stands, Charles, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to mute myself. I can go out there and maybe tape it, but it looks like it's actually about to start raining out here, which is Charles likes the 4 horse here. 4 over to 3, 2, 8, and 7. What do we do, Terry?
We did 10 or 5 win and place on the 3.
5 to win and place on the 3, and we have how much left? Like 36 bucks for 2 races?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see what happens. If the 1 horse doesn't win this one, we're home free.
Yeah.
Then we can go 16 and 16.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put 16 on the next 2 races for 1 to win. And I know, Charles, you will say you have a long shot coming up, right?
I have a long shot in the last race, yes.
In the last, okay, so the last race, Charles. So then we got 2 races to go.
So Charles liked the 3. That was his.
Charles said he liked the 3. He said Charles likes the 3 all day, but I think he's used up all of his winners already. So that makes me a little nervous.
Oh, you guys crack me up.
I'm afraid it might too.
All right, so what's the 3's odds right now? We're going to get good numbers on the 3 right now, right?
Yeah.
25, Chris in St. Louis, exacta, 1 over to 3, 4, 7, 8. So Chris back in the fellas over at Team Hawthorne. And if this 1 horse wins, Terry, with $30 on it,
we're in trouble.
We could be, well, we're going to have to bet $30 on a horse in the last 2 races to get him back, right? Because what's the 1 horse's odds right now?
7 to 2.
7 to 2. If the 4 doesn't go 5 wide today, should win this, I think. Gate Crew, staying away from the wide trip out at Hawthorne. Should I go outside, Terry, and on the phone again? Sit at the finish line with the phone? What do you think? I'm going to go out and sit on the finish line with the phone. So you sit here, bring me in right away, all right?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to go outside right now. Where are my headphones? So you sit here, Terry, because you're going to have to control for me. I'll be right back.
All right, it looks like they're all out on the track. They're heading towards the gate. Let me see, odds-wise, your favorite is the 8 horse, believe it or not now, Terry.
Yeah.
The 8 is 3 to 1. I would not have saw that coming. I thought the 1 would be the favorite in this race. Yeah, but the 1 is 4 to 1. So sitting right there. Now the 8 is 5 to 2. The 4 is 3 to 1.
Yeah. And the 1 is
4 to 1. So this is going to be interesting here.
It is.
If they put how much on there? $30 to win on the 1?
No, 15 win and place.
15 win and place. So, yeah, that's an interesting bet. I think that's actually a good bet. I think the horse definitely has a shot at it. But there's a couple other horses that have shots. You know, like I said, I really like the 3, but I would not be shocked to see the 4, the 8,
or the 1.
Or the 1. Yeah, I mean, I think they all have good shots. You got to take down that comment down there, Terry, so we can see Rich's mug.
Beautiful face. My beautiful face.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I don't know where the finish line is, though. It can't be all the way on the turn, can it?
Can you take that? Oh, there you go, Terry. Thanks.
There we go. So we're over
Just
here.
takes me a minute.
The finish line's right. They're starting at the finish line.
Why don't you race them, Rich?
I should get out on the track and run against these guys. I think that.
Yeah,
I think I would be the easy winner. No question.
I think it'd be a good. I don't think nothing will happen to you either.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of when they start. I can't go all the way down there, can I?
You don't want to go down there.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so they're all getting in the gate
can we
right
do that
now.
for the next one? Oh yeah, I don't think. What? You're doing it on TV, right? Yeah, we're on YouTube right now.
Look at that. That
What's the
forest.
security guard?
The
All right,
forest
guys,
is the favorite.
you can see. I can't see because I don't have my glasses.
Yeah. Late money came on that four.
Zoom it in there, Rich. Zoom it in a little bit.
Yeah, it's an iPhone, bro. I don't know how to zoom in.
Well, you
Crazy.
use your hands. Zoom it in.
But I don't think I can control the camera, to be honest with you. I don't know how to do that on here. I can't really.
Well, they're all in the gate.
It's not letting me zoom in. I have the. Can you see? You can see the track, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, they're off.
The six got the lead.
The six got the lead. The six is
5-9.
Yeah, so it's the two in front of the six by about a neck. It looks like the 7 is sitting third and the 1 is sitting fourth. The 1 is in a really good position right now. Yeah,
he is.
So we're in trouble, guys, with the one horse.
Yeah, you might be.
I told you we should have put 30 on the 1 to win.
Look at that two. That two you talked about.
Yeah. But you know what's good news, guys, is even if the 3 wins, the 1 wins, that means that team Hawthorne's a winner, right?
That's right.
And that'll be a profit for them for sure. Absolutely. So that means no matter what happens, somebody's going to get some cash in the mail.
All right, so the 2's now taking off with the 8. The 1 is coming after him.
So that 2 horse that we thought would get a good trip.
So the 2 will be caught at one point. The 5 is coming. The 4 is coming.
The 1 is giving up the lead, or is still on the front? Because I can't see. We're coming down here.
The 1 has got the lead now. The 3 is coming.
Come on, 3.
But the 3 is not going to make it. The 1's got the lead. The 3 is trying. The 3 is leading. Oh, the 4 blocked the 3. The 3, come on. If the 3 could get up for second, it might be nice.
Yeah, but we didn't bet it today.
There you go.
There you go, guys.
1-3.
Now
1-3-5-2.
Thank you. Say hello to the security guard who brought us here. Let me get him on the screen there. What's your name?
Hey.
Matt. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks,
Folks
Matt.
here at Hawthorne have been wonderful. When you're in the Chicagoland area, make sure you stop in at Hawthorne, Sports Bet, Points Bet Casino. Get yourself some winning bets, eh? Now we're behind, guys. I think we got to look and see how much is that going to pay, Terry. What did the 1 go off at?
5-2.
5-2. So that means you're going to get $7, right?
Yeah.
So what's 7 times 15? 85, is that right? 7 times 15, 35. Yeah, is that $85?
Boy, that horse took a lot of late money.
Well, that's good for us in the betting sense, right?
Oh yeah.
So Terry, we got how many? How much do we have left? Is that 36?
$36.
$36. All right. So, and we have how much? We have some winners, right?
Yeah, we have 2 winners.
Yeah, we have a couple of winners. You would have had 3, by the way.
Well, you would have had 4.
4, really. Yeah.
My last race.
Well, our first, we did have a 92.
Well, you know what? Right? But we have the place on this race too, so we got money here.
Did you do win place, Terry? Or
no, I just win. Oh, wait a minute.
I know you were talking.
No, I did.
What did you do? You did 5 and 5.
5 win in place. So
right.
we're looking good.
Yeah, we're all right.
maybe we have to cash in our tickets to get a sense of where we're at.
No.
No, so we're gonna be thoroughly full of integrity today.
Yes.
I'm good with that. I'm all about integrity.
So they went 24-4 and 48-2.
So let me just give you a little bit of a look on the inside here, because we're in the PointsBet casino. But when you come in, if you're not in the casino, you see they have a lot of tables here, a lot of tables, and then outside again they got a lot of construction going on, so you can bring the family here, the little ones come to the track, and you're going to have plenty of picnic table space to sit out here, have yourself something to eat. It's getting a bit windy. The wind is actually, the horses are running into the wind down the back stretch to the finish line, down the front stretch to the finish line. So you have a lot more tables in here for folks to sit at. Tons of TVs for sure. If you want to use them tote machines, they have walls, stacks of tote machines. If you're like Charles and you don't shower and you don't want to get near anybody, we have a lot of personal seating over here. Right?
That's really nice for me. Thanks.
Or yes, people who don't want to be by Charles, right? For sure. Yeah, Charles is a wonderful guy. That's why I call him Charming Charles. And as I've said many times before, you only joke with the ones you love, and I never joke with Terry. And then, of course, over here is the PointsBet casino. So if you're in Chicago and you want to bet you want to make a bet on the Cubs to beat the A's, like they have 3 in a row, you can do that. You want to bet against Kentucky ever winning a basketball game, you come here and get that done. So here we come, and there you can see Terry. And here's our setup. It's Terry and I at this desk right here all day. Say hi, Terry.
Yeah, hi.
And here's all of our work.
And I'm back.
All right.
All righty then, Mr. Terry. So I hope everybody got a good view of the track. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
It was good.
Perfect. I thought it was the Matt, the security guard. I mean, I'm telling you, everybody here has been nothing but tremendous hospitality, right, Terry?
That's right.
For sure. So we got 2 races to go, race 7 and 8. They're done. So we know that they have, how much have they got? Did that go official?
$84.
They have 84. All right. So we know we're sending at least $84 plus whatever we won to somebody. Because we only have, we got money tickets to cash.
That's right.
So well over $100 going to somebody just for picking either team horse racing today or team Hawthorne. If we had done it my way, we would have bet $30 on the one there. We would have been the winners and had a lot more money to send. But these guys wouldn't let the bad angel on my shoulder win.
Well,
I know all the team horse racing today people are like, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, the one looked good.
Nah, we're fair players.
We ran second. We had 5.
We did run second. That 8 horse did not run. So, I mean, we could have did the 8 horse. But when I was out there, you could see when the 8 went through the turn, he was 5 wide, 6 wide through the turn. That's trouble. Time in, time out, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we're looking forward to sending some money. We're going to pick the winner on Saturday. So make sure you tune in on Saturday when Terry won't be here. When Charles, myself, and we're going to see if maybe Chris Parmalu will join us to go ahead and do maybe Tom can help us do it too. When we go ahead and pick the winner to see who's going to get the check. And then when we get it, Sean will reach out to you. Sean will get your contact details. And then we'll go ahead and send out a money order or a personal check, not a personal check, money order or a cashier's check. Get that out. And then we look forward to doing this again. What do you guys think?
Yeah, why not?
Sounds good.
I think it's been successful.
It has. I've had a great time.
I know this, though. I'm going to drink about 4 gallons of water from talking the whole time. All right, so let's pull up race number 7 and get cracking on that. You guys can go through race 7 while I go ahead and start doing some of the statistics again.
All right.
So in race number 7, 5.5 furlongs. Oh, they haven't run 5.5 furlongs yet today. At 5.5 furlongs so far, the profile of a winner. Early speed, 2/3 of the horses, 65% go wire to wire. The rail gets a little bit of an edge, Terry, not too big. 2 and 3, for whatever reason, get a penalty. So maybe that one horse gets the lead, and there's
Well, the one is scratched.
The one is scratched here. All right, so then the 2 is going to take over that rail spot, then, right? So the 3 and 4 will be penalized. Post positions 4 through 7 play to par. But if you're outside 8 and out, there's a big bonus. So either inside or outside, Terry. So barbell approach to that one. So Terry, this is an allowance, $31,000, non-winner of 2 lifetime, purse $31,000. This is the marquee race of the day. Take us through. Fit the Fly is not going to run. You guys told me just that.
Yeah, that was my top pick.
So uncashed is the first one up on the board for you guys to chat about while I go ahead and get the statistics up and running.
Well, this horse has got 2 races that hasn't raced since October.
Terry, I think you're muted because I can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
No, you're not muted. I got you.
All right. Well, this horse has ran 2 races in his career, and but it hasn't ran since October 21st. It ran a nice race there at 6 furlongs, cutting back a little bit. It has a lot of early speed. If you look there at Louisiana Downs, it won its opening maiden race by 11 lengths, so it did really well, and it won it as a long shot. It's been working out steadily for this race. It had a nice bullet workout on March 31st, and then followed that up with a maintenance workout on the 9th and another one on the 16th of April. He has a high percentage winning trainer. His early speed will help his chances. And the trainer in the last 14 days has won 2 out of 4 races with a second. And this jockey has done very well. It's won 23% of these races.
Big numbers there.
Yeah.
Charles, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this horse definitely has got a shot. Definitely going to be out winging it. Now with the 1 out, which I thought was the horse to beat, period. I think this horse definitely is in the contention of taking the lead and maybe not looking back. There is a couple other speed horses in here, but this is definitely a player.
Definitely a player. All right, Eli's Promise, the 3 horse. Terry.
Okay,
take it away, even though you screwed us with the 3 on the last one.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Anyway, no, I ran second. Almost caught that one.
But he didn't. I wanted to do the 1 so we can lock in the win.
I know, but we don't want to treat our host badly like that.
Wonder. Speaking of which, if you live in Illinois, make sure you go to Club Hawthorne clubhawthorneapp.com. Put in Haw 50. Bet $50, get $50. And then also, I personally have signed up for the newsletter. I have a Club Hawthorne account. If you live in Illinois, when they run these contests, the live money contests, they'll let you know. And they also run a lot of other things for like the big race days like the Kentucky Derby. Sorry, got to make sure I get the good word in.
So take it off there, Charles, on this one.
Okay, on the 3, this horse will definitely pop the gate pretty good too. This one definitely has some speed. The blinkers are coming off today for this horse, so they're trying to relax it. This horse has been off since February. He has some decent works. Nothing super excited. I would like to have seen at least another 1 or 2 works in there, but the horse definitely has got a shot at this. It drops in class today too.
Yeah,
I love the breeding on this horse. So
really nice. Yeah,
there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, also it's going to a shorter distance, which should help a lot. And the workouts have been really nice, especially that last one on April 14th.
Did get a trip at the Hawthorne track off the break here once before and finished a nice second, showing a lot of early speed at an optional claiming 62.5. Today they're doing allowance 31, non-winners of 2, so probably close to a push.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was off a break from August to September, February, so a similar break. And this workout right here at Hawthorne, pretty sharp.
Nice workout.
This workout here, not bad. This workout, so I think this horse Eli's Promise has some promise.
He appears to me like he does.
Swiss Guard, Charles.
Swiss Guard. This horse here has speed. He had a layoff from January to March. He ran. He went wire to wire, 5.5 furlongs. So you got a horse for the course. This is his second start after a layoff. The trainer gets 31% at that angle too. So there's a good angle. There's a lot of good positives with this horse. This is a very fast horse, and even the trainer owns this part of this horse too.
Yeah, and the jockey's really done well, so you can throw that in there. He's got his best dirt speed is close to average. Look at that bullet workout on April 7th. I really like that workout.
Yeah, his only negative is that he's coming from the maiden ranks going against winners, and this is overall that's very tough.
I got to chime in on that, Charles, because in Barry Meadows' book, The Skeptical Handicapper, he did say that if you're going to bet men and claiming risers, that the one thing you wanted to see is highest last race speed figure. We got that here. And then looking at the trainer, Brittany Vandenberg, coming off the maiden win, still winning at a sharp 20%, not as strong. So a little bit of it. Well, a sizable drop off the normal winning, but still big enough number not to completely toss it out on the class rise.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree.
Number five, Midnight Royal.
Well, this horse should improve going back to the dirt, I think, because if you look back to the 2 dirt races that it had at Canterbury Downs, it won one of them and had a third. It can either go on top or it can come from off the pace. And I think the last race, even though he ran fourth, he was only beaten a length and a half or so. And then he has a hot jockey combination of trainer combination who have won 2 out of the last 4 races in the last 14 days.
Charles, thoughts on the 5 for you?
Oh, I think he's totally a competitor. The trainer gets 24% on 90 plus days. So it's been 7 months though. That's probably the only negative on this horse. He has pretty consistent workouts, but once again, I would like to see another. What I only see is 3 workouts since he ran. So,
well, this one back here is not bad, 49-4. The first.
Yeah, but I would like to see at least another 2 workouts at least.
Was running in allowance levels last time out, but against state reds. I don't know how good the Minnesota state reds are because it was running up in Canterbury. But I imagine they have to be somewhat comparable. Trainer here, though, does get a good number coming off a long break.
Yeah, he does.
The horse could be competitive. And the only time it ran in a short sprint like this back here at Canterbury Park, it did win coming off a layoff. A very short one, however. But 1 for 1 at the distance. So this is shaping up to be a competitive race.
Yeah, I think so.
6 horse, Magic Monday. Not to be confused with Charles dancing to his Magic Mike by himself.
Yeah, what do you think?
I could do those moves. I could do it.
I think we just painted a picture. Everybody lost a little bit of their lunch.
No. I could do it.
We don't want to see that. All right, let's go on to talk about what you know about horses, which is a challenge enough.
Okay, Magic Monday. This horse, you got to toss out that last race, but I don't know how he's going to do on the dirt. I think he can transfer his speed over pretty well. He ran okay one time at 6 furlongs here at Hawthorne on the dirt. He's got definitely speed to do it. He's got a hot jockey, 7 days. And the trainer gets 27% when he goes from turf to dirt. So that might be a good angle.
All good numbers.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you say he had a really good jockey that's won 6 out of the last 11 races in the last 7 days? That's really nice. So anyway, and he returns to the dirt. I think he can either do dirt or turf, so I think he's okay. Looks like he can go on top or come from off the pace. So.
Are we off to the next one? Fever Nation?
Yeah, Fever Nation. That since they scratched that 1 horse, that's my first top pick is Fever Nation. That's 7 horse. Has a high percentage winning jockey. He won his last race here at Hawthorne really, really easily by 8 1/4 lengths. He also he also has a jockey who's won 3 out of the last 8 starts. And this horse has a sharp workout on April 15th of 48.3 breezing for 4 furlongs.
Charles, this also maiden stepping up.
Yeah.
One ran in against State Company, getting that squared X right there, squared S. Looking back at the other, which was the maiden one back here, that one ran against Open Company and did so with the top last race speed figure. So I think the Open Company race, maiden claiming 25, might be on par with the State Bred race.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Glad you agree.
I
First
am
smart
too.
thing you said all day. Next.
That I agree.
We got
Yeah,
3 minutes. All right. So
It took that long for me to agree.
yes, 3 minutes. So let's go ahead real quick and pull up these numbers, and then we'll go ahead and make our wager. So looking at the race number 7, overlay, there's no one in here, right? So the 2 horse looks like a sizable overlay. Again, dealing with maidens. Early speed belongs to the 3, Eli's Promise. Got a good C-zone score. And then I'd say that's probably the 1 or the 2 or the 3. Charles?
Which one do you like, Charles?
Yeah, I mean, you're not getting no money with the 2. So, how much money do we have?
We have
$36.
30. So we can do 18 and 18.
I think we should just go 10 on this race and use all the money in the next race.
Okay, so you want to go? So what horse are we picking? It's my turn to pick. Terry,
Yes.
Terry, you pick
Yeah.
it. You gonna put it on me?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. Put it on me. All right. So I mean, one last thing, Terry. Go over there and I'll yell at you so we don't miss it. 16. All right. So we're gonna do 16. You said, Terry? Terry says we're doing 16.
No, 10.
10. Terry says we're going 10. So
5 to win and 5 to place.
Terry, Charles says 5 win, 5 place. I'm gonna go. Oh, you got a lot of speed here. Let's see.
A lot of speed.
I'm gonna say, Terry, nail that 3. Wait, hold on. 2 or the 3. A lot of speed. I'm gonna say 2. Let's go with the 2.
Well, then put it all to win because it's low odds.
Oh, it's low odds?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
7 to 5.
10 to win on the 2, Terry. Since the 1's not in this race, the next up would be the 7 or the 3. What's the 3 horse? 8 to 1? I can't see because I'm blind as hell.
9 to 1.
9 to 1? A little better than that one in terms of odds. But that's my first bet of the day. So we got $26 for the next race?
We do, yeah.
Let's hope we hit a Charles's long shot with $26.
Well, we could not just put the long shot.
No, we're putting it on you, bro. We're going to live or die on you. You always talk about having those broad shoulders. You're always off air complaining about how your back hurts from carrying us. So now you're going to have to prove it.
Oh, you guys kill me.
All right, so they're not running yet. One race, man. This is going fast.
Yeah. Does day's almost over.
Can you believe it? Charles, what you got cooking for the rest of this day?
Not much. Not much at all.
Yeah, I got to go home and do a lot of handicapping.
I got to go pick my wife up.
Yes. She's Honey Bunny.
Yep, Honey
She's
Bunny.
not at Arlington Heights?
Yeah, she is.
You guys going to a hotel or something?
Well, she's visiting her sister.
All right, so let's real quickly before we don't have time. So the Tampa Bay jockey, Lorena Sosa, on Saturday on our Instagram is going to take over our.
I can't hear you. You got muted.
Sorry, Tony, I got it. The Lorena Sosa is going to be taking over our Instagram page. We're going to give her complete access, usernames, passwords. Fortunately, we don't collect anybody's social security number or credit card numbers, right? But we'll give her Charles just in case.
That'd be fine.
It's going to chronicle the entire day there, as from a jockey's perspective. So the entire day, Lorena Sosa is going to show you what it's like to be a jockey on our Instagram channel. Take you behind the scenes, like you are the jockey. So make sure you tune in that. There are going to be pictures. There's going to be videos throughout the entire day. It's also going to be named the Jockey of the Month Saturday at Tampa Bay Downs. So make sure you tune in for that. It's going to be on our Instagram channel. Again, we'll remind you on Twitter. We'll remind you on Facebook. We'll remind you again when we get together to do our picks for the of course, Tom and I tomorrow at Newberry will remind you again. When we get together to do the largest carryover on Saturday or pick 4, whatever we decide to do, we'll remind you again. Again, you're only going to be able to get stuff like that on Horse Racing Today. So make sure you tune in for that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, and what day is that again?
Saturday. You'll be flying.
I'll be flying.
So you'll have to go back and watch it on
I will, and I do.
on Instagram. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Instagram.
What?
Instagram.
Okay.
Won't be on our YouTube channel. It'll be on our Instagram channel. All right. So how are we looking in terms of getting ready for this race?
No, they're still walking to the gate.
Yeah, they still have a few minutes to go. So we only got one race to go, and after that, going to grab maybe some Portillo's on the way home if you're ever in Chicago. A couple of things, Portillo's. Just a note, if you haven't been to Chicago before and you order a hot dog, they're not going to put ketchup on it unless you ask for it. And if you ask for it, you might get some dirty looks. Terry says he didn't matter anyway. So Chicago hot dog does not come with ketchup.
Good. I don't like it on my hot dog.
And then Portillo's, good place to go if you like good hamburger. I know they're franchising out and going across the entire country. So another place, I know in Arizona, because a lot of Chicagoans relocate when they're tired of paying taxes here. And after they've been shot up a couple of times, they decide to go to Arizona. And then, but stick me, Illinois, where Hawthorne is far away from all that mayhem. And they're off. So it looks to me like that 2-horse indeed has the lead. So let's hope he keeps the lead, guys, because we got how much on him, Terry?
Yeah.
In the win.
It's 3-5, though, so we don't really have a whole lot. And that 4 Swiss Guard is sitting right behind as they go through the early parts of the race. In behind them is the 3-horse. Eli's Promise, the other one that we were considering in there. 2 It's Outside, and 4th is a 7. Everybody else is kind of out of contention. So if I had to bet right now, I'd say your winner is going to come from the 2, 4, or 7, although the reins are really loose on that 2-horse uncashed. Doesn't look like the jockey's asked him to do absolutely anything yet. 3 horses moving up on the rail. It looks to me like the 3 horse is the one that's going to try to go up the rail and maybe steal this one. On the outside, though, that 7 is putting a little bit of a push to it. They're all starting to flatten out. Looks to me like it looks like he's going to be a winner. But Charles, we can't count our horses winning until it's over.
Winner.
Well, I'll just point out that I only picked 1 horse today, 2 horses today.
Yeah,
one
but
handicapping. Hold on. Let me finish. Don't always interrupt, Charles. Okay? The 2 horse was one I picked from the handicapping. It won. And the 5 horse that I picked, just looking at it, it won. Yes. So don't listen to Charles ever. Just listen to me. But it was 3-5, and the other one was 3-5. But I didn't know what the odds were when I was looking at the horses. But I did pick the trifecta too, though.
You did. But so did we.
Yeah.
And we didn't have the benefit of getting to look at the horses.
Oh, I see. So you think I had an advantage looking at the horses?
Yes.
Yeah, you kind of did. But
I've never really analyzed. I mean, I've not. Me. I'm one that my thinking is that, like, pedigree and all that kind of stuff, I understand and I appreciate that, and I use it a little bit. But for me, I look at like Michael Jordan. Like, if human beings, if pedigree doesn't matter, why would it really matter in horses that much? And that's the argument I make. I mean, Michael Jordan's dad wasn't Michael Jordan.
No.
Michael Jordan's kids weren't Michael Jordan. There's only one Michael Jordan.
That's true.
In any case, we'll see what LeBron's kid does. Bronny, I know he's getting a lot of hype.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can live up to it. So the 2 horses in, and then we got 1 race to go, Charles.
Yeah, that 2 was my top pick too, but I just didn't like the odds. But hey,
ride or die, all in. All right, so I don't know where we're at. I think it's got to be pretty close in terms of
I think
where
I'd be
we
pretty
are.
Close.
And we have $26 left, so we're going to let it all ride on the last race. I suppose in the last race, in race number 8, we have 9 horses, Charles.
Yes, we have 9.
So if we put $2 across the board, we're guaranteed to hit 1. Maybe a long shot will come in, and then we can use the rest of the money to go ahead and pay your long shot. I think that could be a wise betting strategy. Or should we just go for it?
We could all 3 have a pick if you really think about it.
Yeah, how much do we have left on our ticket? We got $26, so we can all do. Two can do 9, and that would get us. And then one could do 8. Then, right? No, 9, 18, and then 8, 26. That would be right. So 2 of us get 9, and one gets 8. So how about we do it that way?
All right.
Who won race number 7? The 2-horse won number 7, correct?
Yep.
And I think the order was 237, says Gizmo Hardy. So thank you, Gizmo, for being on top of that. We appreciate the quality control, Charles.
That's right.
If you haven't done so yet, I want to really thank Julie K. Mumford for giving us a heart, some love on Facebook. We appreciate that.
Well, I think that was for me, by the way.
Yeah, you look like a Julie K. to me. Actually, Philip Perkins, Ed Abel, Chris Nevitt, Jay Marco, our good friend, where we came up with the see you in the winner's circle. Thank you, Jay. We always make sure we tip our hat and give credit where credit's due. Susan Wright, our host, Julie Ramsey, Steve Goodrich, and Tony Cook, all giving us thumbs up on Facebook. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Haven't had a chance to look at what we have on YouTube yet, but please, while you're here, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on our social sites, because now that we have this one in the book, we have something to point to, and we'll start taking this show around to different tracks around the country, Charles. Maybe this time around, you can get somebody else to watch the dog.
Well, yeah. You just don't want me there. That's what the thing is. I'll be sitting at the bar having bourbons, getting wiser as we go along.
So William Zayoint says the 5-horse coming up here in race number 8. Did they go final yet in race number?
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah.
Have they gone final? Okay, so we're going to go on to race number 8 now. The 5-horse is actually 13-1, Charles. So some nice odds. So Terry's stepped away for a second. I think we can go get some water or something. It's a bit. I know I'm thirsty as all hell. All right, so another 6 furlong race, Charles. 6 furlongs on the main track. Again, 6 furlongs as we recap what the profile of a winner looks like. You want some early speed, my friend. 63% of the horses go wire to wire. We've seen speed hold up all day here today, Terry. Charles. Terry will be joining us again. You got a small inside 3 bonus, 4 through 7, a little bit of a discount, and then 8 and out absolutely plays fair. Before we head off to our thoughts on the horses, let's go ahead and look at the race shape here for race number 8, Charles. You have one horse here once again, the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 8. All speed horses, they're E-types, so they want to be pilots. They want to be up on the front to get that win. They're lead dependent. The 2, the 4, the 6, and the 9, they like to close in to get the wins. And then that 7 horse sitting right between them, Charles, as a lone P horse. We saw this a little bit earlier with that 1 horse as a lone co-pilot type that came in for the place money. The 7 horse could get a good trip in here. If we look at the early speed, where again 2/3 of the horses go wire to wire, according to our recency bias, we see that the 8 and the 7 have the most early speed. Although between the 1, 3, 4, 8, and 7, it's a tight, only 4-point differential between that group. So I think you're going to get a little bit of a heated upfront pace.
So why do you not have anything for the 6 frosted?
You know, probably the data is a little bit mixed up on there, Charles. And I didn't catch it putting it together. I can put it on. We'll look at that. Let's look at here in the 6 horse. The 6 horses numbers early on. And you can see last time they didn't record a number because they ditched the horse. Lost the rider, so didn't get any data. But it looks like it's going to probably, I'd say in the 90s. It looks like, Charles. So that one should be a part of the early lead too.
That's what I thought. I'm like, where's that 6 that I thought would be one of the speed horses?
So, you know what? Let's just go ahead and throw a 90 in there, see what that does. All right. And then on the late pace on that 6 horse, looks to me like 57, it's about a 58. So 90, 58, that equals 148. Oh, my math on the fly, Charles. So there we go. Now we can take a look at the early speed numbers again. We have that 6 horse will be a part. So that makes it even a hotter pace up front. Looking at the late pace again, that 9 horse has a pretty good advantage. So of all the closers, the 9 looks like it has the most giddy up and go late. Of the speed horses, that 5 horse in here, the one that was brought to our attention at 13-1 right now, has the most late speed, second most late speed, but might not be on that early lead because it doesn't have figures that keep up. As far as the early speed, late speed combination, 3 horses, the 3, the 7, and the 9 look like I would expect that one of those would have a pretty good shot to win. As As far as our overlays are concerned, I did manage to get that done while we were watching race number 7. Let me pull them to the screen, and we'll see what race number 9 looks like. Hold on.
8.
Race number 8, yes, excuse me. Shoachi, where are you at? Shoachi, you're here. It's already over here. Look at that. Computer smarter than I am. Not surprising. That 9 horse, 3 to 5 morning line, looks like looks like 6 to 5 is a fair value. But look at this. I don't know Margot. 20 to 1, 4 to 1. Fair odds there, Charles. Looks like it could be part of the early pace. Gonna get a nice C-zone score, one of the top C-zone scores. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my $9. I'm going to bet it on the 8, because what we're going to do is you and I both get $9 to bet. Charles gets $8 to bet.
Okay.
Because that's what we have left, right?
Yeah.
So 99, 18 plus 8, 26.
Yeah.
Charles, who are you putting your $8? Who are you putting your $8 on?
I'll let Terry choose first. I'll choose last.
But before we do that, let's go ahead and look at the PPs to see what we like on each horse here, if anything. So race number 1, the Mud Hut. Looking at the Mud Hut, coming from a claiming 15,000. So definitely this 5-year-old mare stepping up in class. The last time out, let me bring you back into this scene here, Terry. We got to bring Terry up. He's standing over here. There's Terry. So we're moving up in class for this horse. Last time out, looks like he did okay. A little bit late regression. One horse for me getting a little bit of a weight break. The last couple times, this horse had a second start off of a layoff. We saw the horse essentially a little bit of regression, and then a little bit, but that first one really. So and then over here, I think you'll probably see a similar race out of Mud Hut that you saw in the last one based upon its resume. You have a workout since that March. You got 3 workouts since that, 4 workouts since that March 9th. So they're definitely working this horse, Kirby Frank. Good trainer here in Illinois, absolutely, for sure. Emmanuel Giles on the mount today, 20%. So you got a good jockey-trainer combination. This is the first time they're teaming up together on the year, Terry. I still think you're going to see a very similar race from the one that you saw last time, which I don't know will be good enough to get the job done.
Yeah, I agree with that. So he's not one that I had picked.
Philip Perkins says the 8 horses in here. And then as far as bourbon, Julie K says, yes, she will join you for a bourbon next time we're up here, Charles. Yeah. Single barrel, generally Blanton's, currently sipping on an Amador double barrel Kentucky whiskey finished in Chardonnay barrels. I know nothing about that. All right, what are your thoughts, Charles, about Mud Hut?
No thanks. Not for my money.
Terry?
He's a little bit consistent, but I don't think he's going to do anything in this race.
Terry's got no on that one. All right. Beg, Borrow, and Steal. A line right out of the Commodores. Easy like Sunday morning. I Beg, Borrow, and Steal. But this one's coming off a second place finish last time out at this level. Nice little run there. One of its better speed figures, just a few points off of its top speed figure. At the distance, 5 times out, a win, a place in the show, so not afraid of 6 furlongs at all. Hawthorne, 4 out of 6 in the money. Looking at second start off, so layoff, trainer Chris Block, again, another staple in the northern Illinois, Chicagoland area, 17% off. Since the March 30th run, that horse has got itself how many workouts here, Terry? Looks like 2, well, just 1. Looks like a little freshener just to kind of keep it sharp, if at all. Charles, your thoughts on Beg, Borrow, and Steal? Thank you.
The horse definitely has talent and should be right there, but it's not for my money.
Terry?
Yeah, I like
you
the horse.
For some reason, I can't hear you.
Even though
you're not on the screen.
He's
So
not on the screen.
There he is. Now he's back. I don't know what the hell happened. I put you out.
I don't know. So Charles doesn't like the horse, but I do like the horse. It's actually my first pick, Beg, Borrow, and Steal. Yeah, I like this horse.
So 9 on Beg, Borrow, and Steal then.
That's right.
All right, so we got 9 on the 8, 9 on the 2. So that just leaves Charles.
Yeah, and I like it. One of the things I like is Cullen returns to ride it again, and the trainer's really good. I like the stats on the trainer, and that last workout was a nice breathing 37.2 for 3 furlongs. So.
And the horse is 4 out of 5 on a fast track. It's listed as 5. Listed as fast.
Yeah.
But you can look out and see that the dirt is dark. There's definitely some moisture in there.
There is, but this horse is also been in the money 4 out of 6 times, and won one of those races at Hawthorne. So yeah, I like the horse.
Charles, is this your long shot?
No.
No. All right, move on. Time break. Alexander Benzow on the mount. Kenny Jansen. Horse also making its second to start off the layoff. Last time out, ran at this level versus State Company. Are these guys running at State Company too? This one was running an opening company, so it's still a step up in class. Second start off a layoff for this guy. Record FanDuel downgraded a little bit. And then as far as workouts, a real nice one prepping for this spot. That was March 19th, ran March 30th. So no, nothing in between. I would have liked to see something to give me hope for improvement in this race.
Yeah. I actually like the horse, though, too. I like that last race after having a nice 2.5 month or 2 month break. And I like the trainer's done really well here at this meet. So the horse has been competitive, although the negative part is it's never won at Hawthorne.
No, but 6 out of 9 in the money.
Yeah.
So run competitively. Charles, is the 3 horse your long shot?
No, he's not, but he definitely is a horse that's going to be right there in the thick of things, and I'm putting him in my trifecta.
Cat Royale, Constantino. Even at my glasses on, I can't see. Last time out, made it special weight winner, but did not get that designation for top last race speed figure. Coming off of the break since December 30th. And just kind of hunting down the workout.
I lost you there.
Looking at those last workouts. Charles, you hear me now?
Yeah.
So the workouts are 6 furlonger, 5 furlonger. So this is old time training techniques here with the long workouts getting ready. Charles, why would a trainer put 5 furlong and a 6 furlong workout in the horse?
As they say, they're putting wind in them, basically putting a foundation in them so they could, the condition of themselves.
And no, it's not raining outside. So is this your long shot, Charles?
No, it is not.
The Galeb's Ranger, next up on the board, coming in from FanDuel. So I would call this a track upgrade. Does have a couple of trips at the Hawthorne track and a couple of thirds. So maybe the Terry horse, the Tom horse, is your yes.
Throw my headphones, give them to guest services. Guest services.
So we forgot about the horse, the Hawthorne swag, which we'll give away too. We got a T-shirt and a hat, which we'll give away to someone who picked the losing team. We'll draw a name out of that, and we'll send the swag to them as well. So Galeb's coming from FanDuel, got those long workouts in there to get winded. A couple of thirds at Hawthorne. Any chance, Charles, that it improves here? Does this one make your long shot list?
No, not on my radar.
Not on his radar. All right. Terry's shocked. He's stunned. He fell out of his chair.
I thought
pick him up.
A long shot. Yeah, that horse is second.
4 times in a row now, so it's been the bridesmaid. Wants to maybe become a wedded bride.
Okay, Frosted Eclair. This guy tossed the jockey last time. Has faced up against some of these horses before, and you see a lot of black type in front of it. So is there anything in there to make you think that it can turn the tables on the horses that have beaten it before?
Yes, everything. It's his third start after a layoff. You got a hot jockey trainer combo.
I think we found out the long shot.
Yeah.
And this horse definitely has got the speed to sit right there second or third, or he finds himself on the lead, it'd be goodbye too. Either way, I think he's the winner.
You think she's the winner?
Yeah.
This is your winner. Bumped at the break, lost the rider, 5 wide. And other horses in here are better favorites against this one. Seems to get in trouble quite regularly, Charles.
I like it.
So do we put the entire 26 on this one, or
no? We're doing our
998. Look who's beat this horse twice.
Every time.
Yeah. Well, look there. Beg,
borrow, and steal. Yeah. Every time.
Do the 998. That's fine.
We're going to do 998. So we're putting 8 on.
That's what we'll do.
That's what we're going to do. The 8 horse is 20-1, but he's not. He ain't 20-1 now. I think he's 7-2.
Yeah, I was going to say he should be.
He's 5-1 now.
No.
All right, so let's look at Wildwood Dreamer. Wildwood, New Jersey, fun place to go if you've never been there. Great ocean.
This one showed some speed. Third start off the layoff. You do have a top jock here, Christopher Maiden, and then Scott Baker as your trainer, hitting at a good number there as well. Last time the horse ran the third start off the layoff, looked a lot like the second start off the layoff. So maybe we see that cycle repeat. And then as far as workouts, nothing since that last race. Trainer here, Scott Becker, is winning at 38%. Third start off layoff. That's a big number considering there's 86 races as your sample size. Was the favorite, got beat last time. Follows up the beaten favorite status, 41% winner, Charles. Maybe we should just put it all on the 7.
That's my second choice.
That's my third choice. And I like it a lot. It's, like you said, 38% of the races is won by this trainer on the third race after layoff. And it has the best start speed, it's fastest among today's starters. Ran fourth last time, but it had a lot of trouble. Bumped at the brake, so it has an excuse.
Off to I Don't Know Margot. Coming in ran in a race, showed some early speed, held it pretty long there, Charles. We see as far as the pace figures are concerned early on. Looking at those numbers here, we do see that the horse lifting him up all across the board there. Second start off a layoff back here at FanDuel. Ooh, a little bit of regression. Not a fan of that. A little bit of regression there as well. Hey, I might come off that horse there, Terry, a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned about that guy right now. That second start off a layoff hasn't really worked out so well for this horse right there. But he is taking some money, though. He's 5-1 off of that 20-1 morning line there, Charles. Going to get that good trip. Should be a little bit of an overlay. Okay, real quick, the 9-horse Quilting Party. This one's making its first start off of a layoff because we just got 2 minutes. Won the last time it made a first start off a layoff. Finished fourth over here. Interesting, though, that Christopher Amy's not riding this one, but Orlando Mojica is. Definitely clicking at a high rate. Frank Kirby, another good trainer in here. All right, folks.
That's my third choice, by the way.
Your third choice? Terry, you?
I'm going to do 2, 4 to win, 5 to place.
Huh?
Number 2.
You got $9.
Yeah. 4 and 5.
So you're going to do 4 and 5. Charles?
I'm going with my 6. Win and play.
All eight on the 6?
Yeah.
All eight on the 6. Nice. I got 2 minutes.
Put it to win. All 8 on the 6 to win.
So Charles wants all 8 on the 6 to win.
Okay.
And then for me, let me see what. I'm going to go with the 7 horse, that lone P horse, all 9.
All 9 to win?
All 9 to win on the 7 for me.
There you go.
And there we go, folks. And then when this race is over, Terry will run all of our tickets through the machine, find out exactly what we won, and then we'll find out if Team Hawthorne or Team Horse Racing Today is your winner. Again, on Saturday, myself and Terry will get together. I mean, myself and Charles and maybe Chris Parmalou will get together, and we'll pick the winners. If you picked Horse Racing Today and we win, we will send you the cash. If you've picked Horse Racing Today and we finish second, we'll send you the let me bring this up on here. Let me show you what we got here. We have a nice we got a couple of hats in here too. So we'll send them to a couple of other people too. Beautiful Hawthorne Racecourse hats, 2 of them right there. So boom, maybe we'll send out to 2 people for sure. And then we got some T-shirts over here too, a couple of them. So nice, some nice T-shirts as well for Hawthorne. These folks have just been absolutely tremendous. Night of Champions. Oh, this is the harness racing too. You're not going to see a whole lot of that, Charles. I like that. I might not send one to anybody, to be honest with you. I might keep that one for myself. But we got 2 of them, so we'll send another one out. How you doing? Good, thank you. All right, so that's the information that's the swag we're going to get out to folks. So make sure you tune in Saturday when we go live for the Jackpot Saturday. Charles, myself, and a third party for sure. We got a few minutes to the last race. Again, Christopher D'Souza in there with the 7 horse. He's agreeing with me, and usually I feel bad because I think he got DQ'd the other day, but at least that 55-1 came in and won. I mean, no, that was Scary Creations. And then he's got the 753 Exacta box for Christopher D'Souza. Thanks for joining us. Philip Burke is saying that 8 is the favorite there. It's probably the one that's going to get the lead. It does look to me like it's going to rain if it's not raining already out there, Terry. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, I had a heck of a great time.
Charles, how about you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good times?
Good times.
Now we're scaring the hell out of everybody. The close-ups.
Now,
The good-looking guy in the middle.
You notice that he has the least amount of lights on.
it's on the right hand side.
The guy sitting in the dark. He's the one who's out there. He's got to get that soft lighting.
Yeah, I need the soft lighting. You know.
You do. Look at my crooked ass glasses. Look at that.
And pretty soon I'm gonna be.
Yeah, the crooked glasses for me. Crazy old man look. It's all right though. It works. Works for me. Well, we're gonna cash it. We cash it. We're sending that out too. Yeah, everything goes out to people. Yeah, Terry.
All right.
Because what we're doing, because we got at least $85. We know that.
Yeah.
We don't know what we've won or lost just yet.
We won.
Did we win?
I think so.
Terry's confident over. We won. There's no hesitation in Terry at all.
Well, so what did we end up doing? We're all doing win bets or what?
I did my 9 to win on the 7. Terry split his
4 and 5.
with 4 to win,
4 to win,
5 to place on the 2, and Charles has 9 to 8 to win on the 6. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 horses out of the 9. So a third of those horses.
Well,
Well, honestly, I have to say, Charles, as much as it pains me, and it hurts to say this, I hope you win.
So do I.
Terry says he agrees.
why do you guys hurt about that? You shouldn't hurt.
No, he's not hurting about it. He just agrees that he wants the 6 to win.
Oh, he's not hurting?
No.
No, he didn't. He left the bourbons aside today, but I suppose would love a hat. All right, William. Well, make sure you tune in on Saturday. You did pick a team, right? And then if you did pick a team, that if you did pick a team, then we're going to pull the name out of the hat. We'll pull the name out of the Hawthorne hat. How about that? It went out. And we're just a few minutes away, it looks like, from calling it a day, right?
So what are you guys going to be doing tonight? Terry?
Well, I'm going to pick up my wife.
Hold on a second. I muted Terry because we're echoing, so let me unmute him.
Okay.
I should really mute Charles.
Yeah.
I'm going to go pick my wife up at her sister's, and then we're going to take her and her sister probably to dinner somewhere.
And me, I'm gonna head home and do what I always do: work, get ready for tomorrow.
Well,
then
then
tomorrow,
I think maybe I might have you both beat. I'm gonna just go outside, have a cigar and a bourbon.
Julie's gonna have a quilting party. That'll be a lot of fun.
Hmm.
I'm not a good sewer. Did somebody scratch or something? All right, here we go.
Well, that's the 9 horse. She's wanting the 9.
Won the 9.
No, she wants the 9 horse. Julie does.
Oh, that I thought she was having a
Quilting
quilting party.
No, that's something you usually do.
That's something I do. Crochet. I am cultured, Charles. Not cultured. I'm cultured in like the sense of milk being cultured.
I did a 3, 6, 7, 9 trifecta.
3, 6, 7, 9. Well, we didn't really get it. Terry and I, we walked in. I said, Terry, let's just both throw some money in a pool together. Let's do some exactas and some trifectas. But yeah, that didn't work out. So here they go, and the gates they go. The 9 has the 8 horse. Oh my God! It should have stayed with the 8. Sprinted to the lead. Never change your mind, Terry. That was the horse that we said is going to get, according to the our sim data said that was an overlay on the lead at 26 to 1. Holy moly! But the 7 horse, that Lone P horse, sitting right off its outside there. See if that 7 can close. They can bring it home. Come on, 7. Let's bring this baby home. But I wish I would have kept that money on that 8 right now, to be honest with you.
Now 7's got a good.
Here comes your 6, Charles, on the outside. So the jockey is into the 8 horse right now. It's kind of wobbling a little bit. I don't like the fact that the 7 is turning its head sideways. We should have stayed with that damn 8 horse.
Get up there with that 2. Get up there. Come here with that 2.
I should have stayed with the 8 horse.
Get up there. Get up there. Come here with that 2.
Why did I come off that 8 horse, man?
Get up there with that 2.
Stupid.
Get up there, 2.
Wire to wire.
Get up there.
Oh, run out of road.
Why did I change it off the 8, Terry?
Why?
I don't know. I should have kept it, folks. Again, stupid. Just stupid is as stupid does, I guess. Again, this is why we do this.
I was hoping my 2 would
The
be
20 to 1, 4 to 1 went off at 26 to 1, and we didn't back them. Dumb. Especially since we had the win, Terry.
That's right, yeah.
I'm sorry, HRT backers. All right, Terry, run our tickets through.
I will as soon as
It doesn't matter because you got the show money,
I
right?
got the show money, yeah, good. Or the place.
Man, if I had put my 9 on that horse, I feel bad right now, to be honest, because that's the one I called out and then changed my mind. Again, this is why we do this with the simulations. Again, here we had it, Charles, right staring us in the face. Second best C zone score, top overlay goes off at 26 to 1. That would have been 52 times 4. Would have been $200.
So he had the second best C zone, top overlay, and the best speed at the lead at the portfolio.
And a distance and surface where they go 60% wire to wire. I mean, just silly on my part.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have stuck with it. Don't ever change your mind is the moral of the story, folks.
I didn't change my mind.
I should have did 5 and 5. That's what I should have done. Oh, well, we're done. I feel bad because that would have definitely bumped up the payout for whoever the winner was. But nonetheless, we're still, 26 to 1, and it's right there in our day.
Mine went off at 7 to 1.
So you should get some money.
And he closed really well.
Yeah, he closed
It
very well.
would have been ideal if I had that 8, because then you would have had the show money. Would have just even made it better. But all right, it is what it is. Well, Terry, you can run the first ones too, because by the time you're done with those first ones, the last one will be done, and then we'll know what I am so salty that we did not have that 8 horse, Charles.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. It is what it is.
I'm salty because I want to send the maximum money out.
I know, but
You know what? It was the smartest bet on the table too because of the overlay.
But we're not just looking at the charts only. We're also looking at PPs and putting in factors and stuff like that. So,
just from a betting standpoint, though, from where we were, that was the best bet on the screen. And to change my mind why does it? I don't know about you, Charles, but whenever I change my mind, right, it always comes back to haunt me.
Well, that's why I never change my mind, because it always did the same thing to me. So I never do that, no matter what.
What happened? It's not taking a ticket? Can you hit? It was a winner? So what happened? Can you hit cancel?
The results are not in for the 8th if he's trying to do that one.
Are you trying to put the 8th race in?
Excuse me.
So what happened, Terry?
Okay, the results are in now.
Yeah, I don't want to know the results, Charles, because I came off.
54.60. I'm just going to let you know. 25.60 for place. 11.20 to show.
What about the 2 horse?
The 2 horse has got 7.20 to place and 4.40 to show.
All right, good.
But I mean, if you look at this,
I want to cry.
Yeah, but if you look at the race, the PPs, I mean, he hasn't done anything since September.
That's all right, Terry. It's good. Go. He did show at speed though, coming off that last race. I mean, I just didn't like that it downgraded and the next race is out like that, and it was 68 to 1. Yeah, I should have taken him though, Charles, because the sim said take him. All the numbers said he was going to be on the lead. He was on the lead, and he closed the show. Speed has been the bias today. Stupid on my part. So we're just waiting to get the for whatever reason the machine now broke that Terry's putting the tickets in.
There's too much money in there, yeah.
Did it collect? How many did you put in so far, Terry? 2 winners, and how much were we up to? Oh, we didn't get. So we're waiting on a technician to come and fix the machine, and then we're out of here. So again, tomorrow Thomas and I for Newberry, 1 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. We'll get together. We'll let you know exactly what time for the biggest jackpot. Once again, want to say thank you to the wonderful folks here at Hawthorne. If you're in the Chicagoland area, make sure you take the trip down I-55 to Cicero. Get yourself out here to Hawthorne and PointsBet Sportsbook. You'll have a wonderful time like we did today, as always. And then that's it, man. Charles, what did you think about our first handicapping? Nate, the 8-horse one, which is crazy. Happened to me all the time, I know. I hate that, Christopher. When you pick the horse and you bet off of it, should never change your mind. It's the Cardinals.
Never change your mind.
It is like the cardinal sin. Like if you had a 10 commandments of horse racing, commandment number 1 would definitely be don't. The 8-horse one, Nate, which I was stupidly and foolishly changed. That was my initial pick.
Well,
and I don't know what's
that
going
is
on.
what it is.
So we're still waiting on a maintenance man for Terry. So we're at $30, and we need that 6-horse we didn't put in yet, right? That was 9-2. So I paid 11. So that's going to be $55 right there, right? So that means we're going to be the winners. So we're going to win by a little bit. So I'm going to declare it now without it being official. Right now.
Wow, you're going to go out there and do it.
The preliminary look right now, before the stewards have their say, if there's an objection, it looks like we won at the nose. We won by a nose at the wire. You're going to run all his tickets through too, right, Terry? But right now we can't do anything. What happens if you hit cash out, Terry? What happens if you hit cash out? What happens if you hit cash out?
I'm afraid to put a ticket in.
Oh, is there only one ticket in there? No. Okay. Tell you what, Terry, why don't you just bring them up to the? So you're gonna put them in again?
Put them up to the window.
Well, there's the only window over here is Sports Casino. The PointsBet because we're in the.
Oh, you're in the sports book. That's right.
That was a loser or a winner? So run all of ours first, Terry, before you run his.
They said the tote guy's coming right over.
I think it's self-corrected. I don't know how that happens, but apparently it does. We're from Horse Racing Today. So on YouTube, Horse Racing Radar TV. Yeah. Did you have a good day today? You didn't come over at all to say hi to us. Did we scare you?
I don't like cameras.
This guy shouldn't like cameras either. But
I shouldn't. I got a face for radio.
He has a face for radio. She's laughing and agreeing. Like I've never seen anybody shake their head. She can see the computer right over here.
Well,
she's looking at Terry's computer. See, right there she is. Right.
You think I have a face for radio?
She says even radio is probably scary.
Just pushing it too far?
Yes.
It's fun.
She says you should be out in the doghouse in the hay.
All the tracks, or are you just doing Hawthorne today?
Today we're just doing Hawthorne. So
You're gonna do the Derby?
we won't be there, unfortunately. We're still small, but when we grow bigger, we're gonna try to go to the Derby.
My boyfriend has a horse in the Derby. So.
Oh yeah, which horse?
Two Phils.
Oh really? Two Phils. We had Jared Loveberry on as a.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's my second pick right now.
We had him on as a guest on our show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So we have guests, jockeys, trainers, people in the business every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So if your boyfriend wants to come on, why don't you? Since Two Phils, let me get your information so we can reach out to him and have him on as on the show. So
He would do it.
oh, perfect. So write
I'll
that
give
down.
you his information.
So here we are, getting ready for Kentucky Derby week. How about that?
I think Two Phils has an excellent shot at that race.
Beautiful. Can you write down your name so when I call him, he doesn't say who is this crazy ass person calling me out of nowhere?
So he'll still say she's a crazy ass person.
I think this is his pen. Okay. Anyways. Terry, how we looking over there? So how much he did?
We had 106. He had 95.
So 106 to 95.
Yeah.
106 to 95. All right. So That's $201.
Yeah.
So and I'm sorry, folks, that I didn't bet the 8 horse because it would have been a hell of a lot more than that. That's my fault. I'll take the heels, whatever, for that. So Terry, go get cash for these, and then so we're gonna send by what do we win by $9?
Yeah.
Thanks to Terry's show bet. If we didn't get that show bet, we would have lost. So thank you, Terry.
See, that's what I like. Yeah, I like that we didn't know where we were sitting because it makes us, think. If we knew where we were sitting, you would bet it accordingly just to win.
Well, what's silly is if I would have did what I said, if we would have put 30 on the 1 to win the last race, and whatever we had left on the 8 horse, we would have about $500 to send to somebody. But we're going to send $201 to somebody. We're going to pick a name on Saturday morning, so make sure you tune in for that. Follow us if you haven't already on the social sites down there below. So when we go live Saturday, Charles and I will, and maybe Chris Parmalou will get a third, if not just Charles and I, to go through the longest, biggest payout for carryover on Saturday. Tune in for that. We'll tell you who's getting the $201, and then we'll send out a hat and a T-shirt to somebody as well. So make sure you tune in for that. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Where did they sign up? Or the sign up is already done?
All the sign up is done already.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
All of that was done already. Our good friend Sean has all that information. Again, remember, on Saturday on Instagram, Lorena Sosa going through the entire day at Tampa Bay Downs, only on Instagram. So you're going to want to make sure you check that out. You're going to get some true behind-the-scene looks there of what's like in the day of life of the jockey, Charles. Terry's out collecting the money for us. So it's up
not
to
all glamour, I could tell you that, for a day in the life of a jockey.
Yes, or a day in the life of working with Charles. But, hey, I do the best I can.
Hey, some people have to sacrifice.
And I do. All right, that wraps it up, my friend. Fun day. I look forward to doing this again. I hope this becomes a staple of what we do.
Yes, and everybody out there, just tell your friends about this. If you didn't join the contest this time, you get in for the next time and tell your friends to come in and join. Look, we had $100 $206.
Yeah, we started with 200, so we made $1.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, there was a couple of mishaps here, and we didn't take one bet in the first race, but then we didn't take the bet in the last race. Our bookend bets is where we really fell down. If we'd have had those, it would, like you said, it would have been an easy $500 ticket.
Easy. So I want to say thank you to Rhonda, definitely to Dakota, who showed us around and got us all hooked up today with the internet. Finally got everything working. And, of course, Hawthorne General Manager John Walsh, who joined us in the beginning, told us a little bit about all the exciting things they're doing here at Hawthorne. $400 million more of renovations. So this is going to be the crown jewel of Chicago racing. So when you are in Chicago, make sure you come over here. I mean, we had a great time today. The people were more than hospitable. We do have a potential guest for Kentucky Derby with a Kentucky Derby horse now with 2 fills. Again, if you're in Illinois, clubhawthorneapp.com or at Club Hawthorne on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's the social sites. Make sure you put in HAW, H-A-W 50 when you sign up for your Club Hawthorne account if you live in Illinois, and you'll get $50 if you bet $50. Charles, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for joining us today on YouTube. We always appreciate your support. Again, Saturday, we'll tell you who gets what. Between here and then, Charles, we hope that everything that you do and Terry's here. So hold on, Terry. Let me bring Terry in one last time. Terry, we hope that no matter what you do, it ends up in the winner's circle like this. And here you go. Someone's going to get this. So congratulations to the forthcoming winner. Thanks for joining us again, folks. Have a fantastic Saturday, no matter what you're doing. Look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday. Had a lot of fun, and look forward to doing it again. Have a great day. Thanks again.
Peace.